What's up, everybody? This is your resident weirdo, Spider.
Yeah.
And we have our ever so charismatic, ever so talented co-host, Shy.
Yeah, it's your boy
AKA
Shy.
Shotgun Shy. AKA Shy Nuisance.
Hey, talk about it. Talk about it.
How was that? How did I do?
I mean, look, that was a cool intro. I loved it.
Thank you.
I feel like the audience, they're going to love it just as much as I do.
Okay, cool. I was very nervous.
I don't know
but
why.
I had to get it out. I had
you
to
know
do
what?
it. I had to do my
Next
thing.
pod, you're doing the intro again. Again.
Okay, for sure.
Okay, so we could just hop into this, right?
Let's
So
go ahead and do it.
I want to talk about, actually, no. Before I get into an actual subject,
Okay.
I want to ask you, how was your weekend? And I just got a text from somebody.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
But the weekend,
Okay.
that could be lit.
All right.
Y'all gonna find out.
I love the whole going through our weekend. I
Yeah.
love catching up with you. But so far weekend's pretty good.
Yeah, your weekend was cool.
Yeah, it was chill.
Surprisingly, we did not hang out.
Yeah.
That was weird. I feel like I haven't seen
I'm
you
sorry.
in like 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's been 2 weeks.
Yeah,
It's
that's
been 2
wild.
weeks.
But did you do anything special?
No, I mean, me and the Fifi. Me and the
That's her
Fifi.
fiance, y'all. When she says Fifi, not Fifi from the block.
Me and the Fifi, we went on a pho date.
Okay.
You know, got ourselves some pho. The like Vietnamese noodle.
Oh, okay. I was like, sure, because I surely didn't know.
That was like no, it wasn't our first date, but back in college we used to get pho all the time after class together.
Okay.
So like that's always like
I
our
don't want to say relight the candle or relight the
No,
candle
yeah.
because he just proposed to you,
keeps
so
the spark.
he's
he's
he's keeping the sparks going.
Yeah.
I feel that.
The weather's getting nice, so
I
I'm
know.
feeling good.
Today and tomorrow too, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Well, my weekend was interesting. So, we can start with Friday. Bust my ass at work, and then I popped right outside. So what I ended
you
up-
mean you bust your ass like you worked hard?
yeah, I worked
I thought
hard.
you,
Yeah. No. I don't
Like
have
you ate
any.
shit, like you failed.
nah.
and it's like-
Nah, I have no moment where I was just like slipping or being
Okay,
clumsy or anything like that, like goofy.
Okay.
By the way, if I was goofy, I'd be Max from the Goofy movie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, 100%. I feel that.
I can
And
see that.
My dad would be actually
Oh,
goofy.
for sure.
Yo,
You should do that for Halloween.
when we have our little family meet, that's when I'm gonna tell him. I'm
Okay.
gonna be like, bro, we gonna do this for Halloween. He gonna look at me crazy, but it's cool.
All right.
But yeah, so Friday I ended up going to my homie DJ. He DJ'd at the Hue. Interesting.
Okay.
But yeah, his name Marquise, man. He beautiful DJ. He kills it every single time. I don't want to say he's too new. He's been doing it for some time, but he's still fresh in it.
He doing a damn thing.
Yeah, he
The
might
times
as well
that I've
be-
seen him DJ, like
He might as well be a vet,
Yeah.
But that was a cool night because I met a lot of people I wasn't really necessarily prepared to meet. I met this guy named Preem, DJ Preem. That was cool. But it was an interesting night because that happened. We was teed up. It was like two people birthday, so we had bottle service. And, I got fucked up, y'all. That was the plan.
Good for you.
That's my camera right here, yeah. I got fucked up, y'all. That was the plan. But what ended up happening was, as I leave, they were like, let's go to the strip club. I'm like, for sure. Like,
What's wrong with the?
I wanted to go to the strip club. Let's not get it
All
twisted.
right.
But, as I get older, when you say let's go to the strip club, it used to feel like a demand, like where you are obligated to go. Now it gets in the question box, and I'm going to sit on it for like a good 2-3 minutes while I'm in the car. Man, do I really want to do this shit? But what ended up happening anyways, I get to my car so I can go do that. And, bro, I couldn't even get to my car. Somebody got murked in front of for y'all that don't know murk and don't listen to rap music, didn't listen to it in the early 2000s. Somebody got unalived outside the parking lot. And
Scary.
bro, that scared the
That's
crap
so
out. Well, not
scary.
necessarily. It was
We-
just like,
We
I might
always
not
park
make it.
over there whenever we go to like our favorite
That's
bar.
our favorite parking spot, which I will not tell y'all. But
Yeah, we can.
at the same time, I'm just they might figure it out due to what I just told them what club I was at, and then I told them somebody passed away right there.
Oh yeah,
so
probably you can
you can just
easily,
Google it.
Yeah.
But whatever the case is, I'm over here freaking out now. I don't know if I'm snitching or if this is, but whatever the case is, I wasn't supposed to, nobody's supposed to see any of that, especially after it happens.
Yeah.
But my car is in this building. So I'm just waiting, a good 15 minutes. And then I'm just looking at everybody behind the desk, just like,
That was probably really killing your buzz, huh?
oh, man, no, I was drunk. So
Okay.
I was like,
That's
I got to know why y'all tweaking. Once again, I was drunk. So I'm hella open, just talking like, yo, what y'all tweaking on? So they was like, we watching something, but we can't tell you what we watch. I'm like, don't even trip. I'm gonna just chill in this corner. So I went and chilled in that corner, and boy, I was like, that's all I can say. I can't give y'all too much information because I'm sure in some way that's snitching, right?
Scandalous.
Regardless, I got in the car. So that 2 minutes turned to 45 minutes because I couldn't exit. I had to watch, like I was watching, what is it, Chicago PD? Like, I swear, it was like the episode of Chicago PD. But ended up doing that, and after they let me go, so I decided, let me just take my black ass home,
Period.
like a grown adult. You know what ended up happening? The car died. Now I got an all-electric car, y'all, so it was no finessing, nothing.
Man.
So I'm calling all the people, roadside assistance, everything. I was out there for 7 to 8 hours in the freezing cold from 2 a.m. And I was going to go charge my car, and I was 5 minutes away from it. And if I would have walked, it would have been, or I'd even try to push it, it would have been like 2.5 hours. I'm like, it's too cold for that. So I sat in my car and then kept the heat on, and then it died. Like, nothing left. So I had to go through a whole thing. I'm going to make this faster. Went through a whole thing, got the tow man there, ended up telling me, okay, I'm going to take you to this charge port, and then we're going to see what happened. Went there. Charge port that I went to didn't work, so I had to get him to come back to take my car, literally move it over 2 lanes over, and luckily he was cool. You know what I'm saying? And he didn't use his tow truck. He just pushed it for me. You know what I'm saying? While I steered it. So ended up doing that, put it in there, circuit literally fried right then and there.
That's insane.
Yeah, so boom. Didn't have to get dude to do that. Didn't have to pay for the toll all them times or whatever. So anyways, as I figured that out, I was like, okay, God, I see what you're doing. He said, sit your butt down.
Sit your ass down.
That's all you got to do. And I don't feel bad about it. So, and it's in a weird way, I'm actually grateful, they going to give me another car. And I'm just grateful for insurance. All black people get insurance, man. You know what we need to do. But that was my weekend. That was my weekend. We're not editing that out.
So sorry.
It's okay. I knew this was going to happen. I called it.
Just glad you're okay.
Yeah. No, I'm happy I'm okay. And I'm happy that I can keep not a heavy heart on it and not be mad. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, it is what it is. Shit happens, y'all. It's life.
Yeah, we'll get through it. It's temporary.
Hell yeah. But now we're here and we're doing the pod.
Here.
So I was excited as ever. Now,
so excited.
Let's hop into our first topic. We got to talk about it. So
let's talk about it.
We got to talk about one of the most influential Latin singers. Either way, her name is Selena. She passed away. I was a very young kid, so I don't really remember all of the details like that. But whatever the case is, now the killer. Here, I'll give you a little backstory on that. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure you know the situation. Yeah. It was a woman. Yeah. She decided to run Selena fan club. She got big-headed because she started getting paid a lot, and to be honest, when you add it up, she shouldn't have got paid that much. But, when you get that big, who knows? You're probably taking interviews. You're probably doing this. So I'm sure that's why Selena was like, whatever. And I'm happy for you, And then found out, like, okay, what is it called? Embezzlement. Like, you're stealing.
Yeah.
And she wanted to call her out. So she was all furious or whatever, but she ended up just, like, walking out. And Selena decided that I want to handle it myself. So let me just meet up with you. And I believe the killer, because we're just going to call her that, she decided that she wanted to meet up in a disclosed location. And it was just her, Selena.
I thought it was in front of her place.
All I remember, I barely remember the movie. That's really where all of this is coming from, y'all. But whatever the case is, I believe they was in a parking lot when it happened. Okay. So she shot Selena, and then boom, Selena dies, I believe, on the way to the hospital.
Bottom line, this hoe
is about to get the fuck out. Well, she's about to be put up for parole. Now, This story probably is out right now, so I don't know, but we're gonna pretend like it's
I
not
think
because
it's been out. I believe hearing about this like well over a year ago
okay.
that she was to uh be released on probation.
Well, let me let y'all know. I've been keeping my ear to the streets.
Yeah,
She ain't gonna make it that long,
she is not
boy.
gonna make it.
They ready. Like everybody's ready, up in arms, and they're like, you know what?
Everybody is so ready to catch her outside,
Exactly.
catch her out in these streets. How old is she, by the way? Do we know?
Who, the lady?
Yeah.
She's like, first of all, fuck her. And she's like probably in her 80s. I mean, we could do the research on that.
course.
Her name is Yolanda
The evil ones always live
Saldivar.
forever.
Huh?
The evil ones always live forever.
I know. And, you know, you could have done great for yourself. It was probably something mentally going on there. And like I
She
said,
was jealous.
she said she was also the biggest fan. You know, and she probably hate the fact that she couldn't actually be Selena. Like she sees like, oh, I run your fan club. I'm doing this for you and this, and it's just like internally she's
And then
just
also like entitlement.
Yeah.
It's probably like a sprinkle of entitlement.
exactly.
You know,
and she was
yeah.
boiling inside. And whatever the case is, we're not gonna say it like it's an excuse because it's never right to
Yeah,
do
it's never
that.
an
Like first of all,
excuse.
you're making money off of somebody else making money. So like just generate what you can and just be grateful. But most people can't do that shit. You know. Either way, they trying to get her up out of there. I don't really know if that's gonna work out.
That is.
She
I
might.
don't know.
She might get some
How
type
is that
of
possible?
like for them to
For
even
her
put
to,
her
like,
up.
Yeah.
I mean, it's I don't know.
How does that work?
Diddy
You
can't get out
murdered
because they
someone.
won't give a black man a chance. Not saying he's right because he probably deserves
No,
to
I know what
be
you're
in there.
saying.
But we see all these other people, they get chances to get out,
Mm-hmm.
and now we're seeing it again. Now, yes, she put time in. What, like my lifespan or whatever, or probably like 10 years less.
She needs to be under the
Like
jail.
she needs to be under the jail. What I mean by that though is actually buried under there, because it's like, I don't know, taking people idols, moguls away from them. You know, it really damages a lot of people. Like think about the Michael Jackson situation.
Yeah.
People were crying
It
like
really,
while
yeah,
he
it
was
really
alive.
Her death really hurt the Latino community.
Absolutely, man. And you know, we all mourned with them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that was very, very sad. Like I put that up there with like Aaliyah passing, and it was crazy.
For sure.
You know, but just not to sad us out because that was the first one. I wanted to hurry up and get that out
Just
the
get
way.
that out of the way.
We got to get into some action. You know.
Ooh, it's an action.
So we had a we had a like we had a fun fight, you know. This boxing match was interesting because we never seen anything like this. We had Tank, and I don't want to get his name wrong, but I feel like I always do, Lamont Roach. We had them boxing, and now at first a lot of people were in their head, including me. I thought Roach was undefeated as well going into that match. He wasn't. He had a loss. He lost to Jamel Hearings. I might be going over there.
But I mean, that's just one loss, right? Out of how many?
Yeah, exactly. I believe they up there in the 25, 30 game, like 30 fights type situation. So
He's one to look out for.
he wanted to, look, I'm going to say it like this. I watched the fight, and what ended up happening was it was a draw. Everybody was upset, you know, because they feel like Roach won that. And I'm going to tell you what I can kind of see. Any other time there's a knockdown, we count it.
Yeah.
Unanimously, you lose. That's just how that
I agree.
works.
Yeah.
You know? And the thing is he did take a knee. It's just the optics of it. It looked crazy, you know? And I've seen all the videos. Yes, I've seen that he didn't hit him in the face. I've seen the one where, you know, his hair smacked him in the eye. I got locks. I know. I play basketball. Like, you get smacked in the eye, it's crazy. It's crazy pain.
Yeah.
You don't even have to have, his excuse was it was gel in his eye. You know, like it's the sweat and the grease, like drip to his eye. We go look. Let me get the facts out first,
Okay.
and then we gonna get into that.
Okay.
All right. So, anyways, they ended up getting in that match, and either way, it was a tough battle. We got a chance to see Tank really show us a different side. Usually, he bullies his opponent. He didn't do that. I think he took it a tad bit more serious. You can see it from before the fight when they do their back and forth. He was. Roach's mom was there. He knew him since he was 11. They fought when he was 11 years old. You know, so his mom was there, and they was talking shit, you know. And he was like, I think somebody asked, like, are you ready to beat Lamont up in front of his mother. And he's like, oh, my mother's right here. And he was like, oh, man, Mom Duke's right there. Mama Duke's. I ain't going to say nothing, man. And I know how that is because
So there's a lot of respect there,
it was
too.
a lot of respect. You know, it wasn't what we typically see when it comes to Tank. Because Tank would have been like, fuck you, Bringo here for. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
that didn't happen. So whatever the case is, you kind of just saw it like the way it led up to it. You know, it could have been more dramatic, but the way that it was like handled, I think it was cool to see. You know, it's like watching a rap battle, and both of them are
Yeah.
best friends.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, I definitely got that vibe, too.
so whatever the case is, like I said, it was a tie, a draw. So everybody feels like Lamont won, and we can bring it out there. Now let's talk about how he lost. Hair smacking you in the eye, bye. We don't want to hear it. We don't want to know that.
Don't tell that to someone who grew up as a little girl with barrettes in her hair.
Talk about it.
And get popped in the eye by her
Wow.
motherfucking barrettes, and I would
Wow.
still go outside
Still play.
and still play.
Bro, like at the
I
end
don't
of the
wanna hear
day,
it.
you know how this is, bro. Like there's so many fighters that used to come up there looking like bums, or you know, they're like some people don't even. I don't know if this is true, but I've heard some people don't even shower.
Oh.
You know, rituals
just
and
like a
all.
tactic- a-
I'm not.
a
It's
tactic?
a tactic. They do that in
That's
basketball
so
too.
funny.
But like, look, the thing is just. Kind of, you've been doing this for a minute, bro. You the champ right now, bro. Like, we looking at you like, bro, you ain't been beat yet. You know, like, you ain't beat yet, but statistically. So, it's kind of crazy to see you kind of make this statement knowing how your fans, you knew how your fans were going to react. So, you didn't care. So, that shows your ego. You know, and that's what I feel like he was doing. Like, oh, man, it hit me in the eye. Now, the craziest part about this is the shorty that did his hair, she said something. Yeah. She said something. Just like I'm pretty sure she black. Just like all black
Yeah, for
people,
sure.
bro. Like,
What'd she say?
she said, I did that shit about like 7 to 10 days ago, 5 days ago, whatever. But like, she was saying
Okay.
it was too much time in between for that to be the reason.
I
And
thought
she
you were
said,
gonna say like she barely used gel because
No,
I would
no.
feel like if you're gonna fight, you should keep that in mind. Like hold off on the gel.
yeah. Now check this out. Also included into that message, I didn't even use no grease in your head. Yeah. So I want to ask you a question. So she had held that shit down and just took the L? Or, you know, like how black people say, you ain't finna just talk crazy about me. You ain't finna lie on my name.
That's so funny. She's so funny for that.
Yeah, she lost a job too.
Huh?
She lost a job too.
I was gonna
sure.
say you definitely will put your career on the line.
Yeah.
Especially if you want to work in the industry where you work on athletes, celebrities. Now they can't trust you because
Exactly.
you got a big ass mouth.
Exactly. Like, and I'm sure your clientele
So
was like that. If anything, Tank brought you a clientele.
Yeah.
And whoever,
And she wanted her little 5 minutes
little
of
5
fame,
minutes of fame.
and you just like
which was literally however long
It
you
was
said
your
that was
career.
your fame. Like the attention went right back to Tank. You know, like now everybody's like, what did Tank have to say? I'm sure he don't have to say anything if he hasn't already. Like I said, you guys, most of these topics we've been going for like 2 weeks. So some of these are old, some of these are new. So like something could have happened in between, but we're gonna play like we all just read this today. Okay. But that was an interesting situation.
so
She should have
funny for
kept her mouth
that.
shut. Like, hold me down. If I call you my friend, I don't want to hear you. I don't fuck the friend thing because they probably not friends. If I pay you money, which I'm sure is a handsome amount, shut your fucking mouth.
Yeah.
Like, why is you speaking about how things fucked up? Like, you know, to be honest, I've heard this happen
I
before.
understand if it's not like it had anything to do with like her work. You know what I mean? Like it what he said had nothing to do like with like she did like a trash job on his hair or whatever. Because I was gonna say it kind of reminds me of this one stylist that worked with a boxer. I forgot what the boxer's name is, but the designer, she goes by the Queen of Melrose.
Okay.
And she made this whole elaborate outfit for him. It was like a armor knight's armor or whatever. It was really sick.
It
was really
that sounds
sick.
Different. Yeah.
And the fighter, he loved it. But then he got his ass whooped after the fight, and he was like, you know what? He was like, that outfit, it really wore me down before I got into the ring. He was blaming it on her work or whatever.
Yo.
And then I would understand. Then I would be like, nah, nigga.
I feel that.
Not blame that on
look,
on my work.
I don't know
that was all you.
I don't know if you ever
But
watched
it had nothing. But it didn't affect her none. She could have kept her mouth.
You should. That's what you should do. It's the professional thing to do. You know, if you're getting paid a high amount of money, you know, and you're winning your fights, dude. Mm-hmm. Like these type of L's are okay. You know, just take it, bro. Yeah. You don't have to make an excuse. This reminds me of D Rose when after he got injured, he went up for the layup, but we know D Rose. He's explosive, so he was supposed to. He was like. And the reason why he did it like that, because he said, this is what he did wrong to me. He said it to the public. Oh, I didn't go all the way for that layup because I didn't want to get injured. Now, as people who love D-Rose, yes, bro, like that is, come on, man, don't injure yourself. You know, by the way, shout out to D-Rose.
But then at the same time, if he really took that risk, then it would be kind of admirable.
Yeah, but the thing, and we got people like Michael Jordan who played like while he was sick. You know, we have people like that. But here's the thing, sir. We don't want to hear that. You know, like at the end of the day, bro, some people just pay so much money to see you miss that shot because you wanted to. That is the wildest thing. That is the wildest thing. And I don't want to experience that. You know what I'm saying? Like as a consumer, somebody who loves basketball, or in this case, boxing, and I'm also a bettor. I do prize pick. So like that, don't say that shit. Just let me, you know what I'm saying? Like just let me see you lose, you know? Be respectable to the craft. That's all. Like
unless you were trying to like say it in like a facetious moment. Like he was just trying to be like, you know, sarcastic.
Yeah.
Then I guess you can say something, but it seemed, like I said, it seemed like it was a fight between someone he respects. Yeah. So you should, I don't know, you should act accordingly. Like, you know, like, damn, like, I fought, like, he was a really good opponent. I'm really honored to fought him, to have the opportunity to fight him. I mean, I feel like in
some way, he threw all of that in there.
Embarrassing.
You know, he threw all of that in
my eye.
But even with throwing that in there, there's that little extra that he did, just fucked it all up.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like, bro, please don't put raisins on top of your potato salad. Like, you were good at the potato salad part of it, and then you want to throw raisins in it. Yeah. You know, like that, to me, that's beyond me, you know? Yeah. So we can get off of that. You know, that was a cool thing, though, to see two, like, brothers fight. Mm-hmm. And when I mean brothers, I don't just mean, like, Black people, I mean brothers, like they treat each other like brothers, and it was really cool to see that and see them try to kill each other when they was inside the ring, because I don't think anybody held their punches in that fight. You know, that was crazy. And speaking of like holding punches, why the fuck did Trump let his vice president not hold his punches? Like, and then came back and was like, well, shit, my homie fucking you also take some of these kicks too. Like, damn, bro. Did we really just watch the president of Ukraine, right?
Yes.
Like, we just got finished seeing Zelensky get bullied by America, the bullies. You know, we know them. We know we're bullies. But, yeah, we got to do that on national TV. Like, we're watching Katniss versus the district or something or whatever. Like, bro, that was crazy.
It was crazy.
I give y'all a little info because this is not a political podcast. I was told prior that we probably are touching those topics a little too much. But anyways, who
it's in everything.
Yeah, I was gonna say, who can talk about entertainment and not connect politics to it? Because at this point, our you know, celebrities are running for president, and people are wanting them to run.
That's true.
If I'm not mistaken, they wanted Steven from ESPN to join. You know what I'm saying? It's like to run. I'm like, bro, y'all just saying name. And Stephen A is a good man. He can speak very well. He's great at what he does, but I don't want to hear about his tax plans. You get what I'm saying? But anyways, to tell y'all the story, so Trump had a meeting with Zelensky pretty much to show us that we're trying to help them during their war against Russia. Now, Zelensky is in the war. We are the outsiders. Let's just start and let's paint the picture.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, no, you can continue.
Okay, so what ended up happening in this meeting was they were pretty much saying everything that we can do and everything that they have received. Now, that's both parties. That's how they were speaking to each other.
Yeah.
And to be honest, it seemed like it was a good conversation, initially. And I think the turn happened when, one, let's just say this. Vice President, you do not have to say something, or you don't have to respond or make faces when one of the reporters asks why he not wearing a suit. What he was wearing looked better than your suit, bro. And it looked more expensive. And
I just hate seeing that man's face.
I really hope he got that off of Temu so he could just stun on him because he looked better than the...
Oh, my, can we talk about how good he looked, Zelensky?
Oh, yeah, he was fly, bro.
He had that shit on.
He had the typical,
he didn't need to have no suit. He looked better than them.
Bro, he looked like the movie actor. Well, he is...
I was like, damn, when are you dropping the merch?
Right, bro. I grab me one of those, you know what I'm saying? A little 2 buttons. Just pop it open real quick.
He looked too cool. Also, this like it go like politics aside, Zelensky's a badass.
Yeah,
isn't he like on the field a lot of the time?
Yeah, no, this is
he is like a badass.
That's what. Okay, so that kind of leads into what he was like.
Show some respect.
They weren't trying to hear that, and I think that's what the problem was because he wanted them to. It wasn't that he wasn't hearing all of the things that America is going to do for them. He's saying, I'm actively in it. And the way he was speaking was Russia was the enemies. And that was the problem. And the thing is, to us, our president, we have to say that, not that we respect him or whatever. He's still our president. So when he says something, it kind of holds. So if he looks like he's supporting Putin, but he's trying to act like he's being the mediator, and
it's all for him to, I don't know, save some type of face, like it's almost try to take credit for something that
Biden did.
That shouldn't even like happen in the beginning.
No, I don't. Look, I'm against what Biden did as far as like the amount of money, but I understand that we are a powerhouse, and why not? You get what I mean? Like, there's ways to help without adding us to the war. I don't know. When I see the whole thing, I'm just like,
I just feel like he made the whole thing about him.
Yeah.
Zelensky's like, here, like I have photos. Let me show you like what's going on because like we said, he's out there. Yeah. He knows exactly what's going on.
Yeah.
And then Trump will turn around and make it about Biden or whatever, and it was like, okay, we're past that. You're the president now. Yeah. You won. Let's focus on the issue
problem
at hand.
So what ended up happening,
kind of making it like a campaign for himself.
Like he didn't win already. But what ended up happening is that the question was being prompted to him, and he wanted to explain that he is grateful for America, but he wasn't saying it. And I think that's what the vice president was trying to pick up on. And either way, it's a bully tactic. You just heard the commentator ask about the suit. That's one. Fuck that commentator.
So stupid.
And then after you come and like address it a little bit by mannerisms, and then you attack him saying, I don't really like your attitude towards us. Now, prior to that, like Spider was saying with the photos, it's like he was just trying to explain that I understand Trump wants to be the mediator between us, but the way we see it, he's not going to honor that. But we're going to do whatever it takes to get there. But I need y'all to see what is actually happening. But look, that's a good point, right?
That's a good point.
But he was not able to convey that message. He was stopped every second. Every time he tried to get it out, he was stopping and make it about himself, make it about like what he already, like everything he's doing now as far as America politics. And it's just like, bro, we'll just go on the news to see that or read it up, like what we're doing, like what you're doing as far as like fucking up America or whatever, making us not poor or owing people or we're getting our money back, whatever. I don't really care because I don't get paid that much money to see what the benefits are from this. But the thing is, it's just you don't have to bully people that is going through such tragedy.
Yeah.
He's literally seeing
He's
people die, and on both
taking advantage
sides,
of 'em.
we're seeing children die.
Yeah.
So we don't want it. So President Trump, please play the mediator and don't play yourself or us, because once again, like I said in that last pod, every time that man says something, it's a reason why we're called the U.S. other than what it stands for. It also represents us. So when he said, I speak for the U.S., he said, I speak for us. Here in between the lines, bro. That's all it is. But I didn't like that. Like, we didn't have, like, why we gotta look like bullies and shit, man?
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. We're America. We get it.
I think a lot of people that voted for Trump, they'll probably see that as a positive.
Yeah, no, they probably see him like, look at him. He's doing whatever he can to fight for us and say what we need to get done. And it's just like, there's a way to do it. Like, there's the one thing. Yes, Zelensky should be appreciative in some fashion because he did receive a lot from America. But we have to understand that it's very hard to sit here and say, thank you, when you know people on the actual battlefield is dying.
Yeah. Oh,
and they were probably passing as he was speaking and doing that. And then the part that made it even more gross is when he, at the end of it, after the argument and all that, this is going to make great press. It's going to be good for media, good content. What are you saying, bro? Like, we don't need to hear that, Like, things like that doesn't need to be said on national TV, and you should be held responsible. Now, I don't know how, because I'm not 12.
Oh, he's not.
But we know he's not going to be held responsible, just like the tax situation. Like, we just know how this is.
Yeah.
But to get off of him, I know a lot of people they want Donald Trump to go to jail, and they keep trying to put him in court and all of that.
To do his time.
But there's also another person that is dealing with that same situation, and that's Lil Baby, man.
Baby.
They talking about they want to lock up Lil Baby. If his label, I guess, is gang related. See, look, now we're touching territory where I don't even know. Like, I thought it was just a label, But apparently, here, I'll give you the small one. There's a guy named Lil Baby, named Dominique Jones, He was put out to say he went to do a music video, and it was in the rival, I guess his rival gang Hood. Somebody died from the cause of that, and that, I don't know if you can really blame somebody. Like I get it. When we get to, like, at a certain age, why are you going to your ops neighborhood? But then there's also a level of responsibility. It's like, okay, your op is in your hood shooting a music video. You really that pressed, bro? Like, what happened? Did he steal something while he was there? No? Oh, he just got good because he said something in the song. I guess that song matters way more than their lives.
Well, I mean, I feel like some people, this might be a hot take.
Go ahead.
Gang members aren't very smart.
Very.
They're not very smart. So.
Oh, you said not very smart?
Yeah.
Okay, I know the opposite, but I do know dumbass gang members. Like, they're like dead.
I'm pretty sure there are smart ones, but.
No,
I guess they don't have the emotional matureness to not.
I feel like most today, like the YNs, they don't get it.
We were talking about this not too long ago, like the whole crash out culture.
The whole crash out culture is disgusting, bro. Yeah. Like, I don't understand what's the purpose of losing everything opposed to maybe just hashing this out. Or I'm not saying don't box or fight. I'm saying just don't the person or unalive the person.
Maybe. That's a thought.
Whatever the case is, somebody got pop. And I'm going to read y'all from the Yahoo News. The rapper Lil Baby, he actually responded to the whole situation, and he said it was complete and total nonsense. How do news get out there like that? And I know probably has something to do with the whole. Well, obviously, when somebody dies in the correlation, and then you see Young Thug get out, and they wanted to say like, oh, he was trying. The police department is trying to do their best to get, or the feds, better yet, is trying to do their best to get somebody next because the state couldn't get Thug, so let's go for Baby next. Yeah. Which was a lot of people's predictions. So the rumor,
I can see that for sure. Yeah,
it stuck. It made sense why it stuck. But at the same time, it's just like, bro, we gotta stop y'all. Like y'all, if y'all don't create fake news about a brother getting locked up. We don't want to hear that. There's people that's locked up. One, that's innocent. Two, that are actually not innocent. And y'all sitting there playing with somebody's name who don't even want to be connected to stuff like that. You know, he do rap a lot of crazy shit, but he also says in his song like, yo, obviously I'm trying to do better. I'm stepping back from a lot of stuff. That's why y'all saw him smiling with them bright veneers. You know what I'm saying? With them veneers. White people, putting their hands, getting into his personal zone. And I knew he was uncomfortable. That's why he was probably smiling that hard. Like, and they was trying to get on him for that. I feel like Lil Baby do not get a break. That's it. And the thing is, y'all got to remember from the very beginning, that nigga didn't even want to rap, bro. He just wanted to be a hustler. Yeah, Young Thug made him rap. Yeah, he was just a hustler making his money. You know what I'm saying? Ends me. And then Thug like, I'll give you a meal if you rap. He was like, okay.
Oh, wow.
And he did it, and look at him. He's a huge success. It's a good story.
Yeah, it is. Wait, I can like just be rich and not have to hustle? Like... every day.
But the thing is, though, I heard the money that he was getting was still like what he was getting. It was the same amount.
I'm sure, but it'll be less hectic and less life-threatening.
Yeah. Yeah, probably that. But then again, shit happens anywhere. You never know what's going to happen. And I'm just glad that Thug even thought like that at that time.
Yeah.
And if you listen to Thug music, you don't hear that. So at that time, it was all what he can't rap about now due to his, court situation. But it's just so crazy. We need to stop doing that. Like, Lil Baby is a good artist. We love hearing him. We don't want to hear nothing crazy like that. We want to hear something like he's coming out with a new album.
We want to hear our black men be successful.
And
do, better their lives.
Right.
Healthy, safe life.
Now, speaking of jail, this one wasn't on our topic thing, but we can make it real quick. Ye and Lil Durk was on the phone, and they had a very productive conversation. I thought that was pretty cool.
I didn't hear about this.
Yeah, so apparently Kanye West just wanted to call Durk to just reminisce, pretty much about like everything that happened. And I think that's really cool to see. I'm gonna see if I can find the video, but like, it's really cool to see Ye do shit like that.
Yeah.
Opposed to saying some, I'm not gonna say it on here. I think we have reached our Ye. Like we are at the peak of how many times we say that man's name in all of our podcasts. Like I think
we
now
should hold back a little.
just a tad bit, Like, but at the end of the day, it's just really cool to see that, man. It's like, bro, we don't want to see you crash out like these young niggas on, social media or whatever.
I thought he was getting better. He said, maybe the Jews aren't so bad.
I mean, shit. He might
After
really
he watched 21st Jump Street with what's that guy?
The chubby guy. Yes. I can't remember his name. Jonah
Hill. He was like, Hill. Oh, Jonah Hill's pretty sick. Maybe Jews aren't so bad. Maybe I shouldn't be a Nazi. That is hilarious.
Did you see?
I'll give him that. He's funny as fuck.
This man just put on Instagram. And he put the KKK outfit on there. I don't know if I can say it on YouTube, but fuck it. The KKK outfit, and this man posted it talking about fit of the day.
Oh my god!
And then the comments are even crazier. They're talking about Balenciaga. I'm like, yo, yay! It's not okay. But look, I got the call. I'm gonna play this real quick. Real quick.
Oh. How you feeling? Good. Yeah, man. How you feeling?
That's yay.
I'm feeling good. Just taking a day at a time, just chilling and staying focused for real. Yeah, I love the time. From the federal prison.
Ooh, I hate that sound. When you on a phone call, you're talking on. I know I'm on a federal prison phone call.
That's all I'm talking about here. The people here, they getting their time, and they ain't
jail stories.
What you been working on? You good overall? Yeah, man. I just got off the phone with Puff.
And right there is when I cut the video.
Puff.
Look, but of course, there's probably some things we don't want to hear. But I can tell you this: even with him bringing up Puff, that wasn't even a crazy thing that he said to him.
Mm-hmm.
I did that to be funny, but at the same time, it's just that was really wholesome to actually have during the.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, man, that was a wholesome moment,
Yeah.
and I love you, man. Please, please, please have more moments like this. We love to see things like that from you.
We love to see our artists create wonderful, beautiful pieces, such as Lady Gaga.
Ooh, y'all heard that transition, boy? Hey, Jazzy getting there, bro. Such as Lady Gaga. Hey, Lady Gaga, man. She just came out with a new album. Let me make sure I get the names right because it was actually pretty good. I like the album. It was called Mayhem, man. And, she says she's rekindling her spark. And it's just like, I agree. I listened to it on the way here. And first of all, let's talk about her old music. Always on point. Like realistically, even though it may not be your taste, it wasn't my taste. I wouldn't bang a Lady Gaga song. But when it played, just like Beyonce, keep that shit on.
I think Lady Gaga was definitely a lot of black folks' guilty pleasure.
Yeah. She's definitely our Ariana Grande right now. Like, like Lady Gaga had it, bro. And she was super, just regardless, off rip, just super talented, And with this one, I can say she touched a lot of spaces as far as music is concerned. She held on to her pop status. Clap up for that. She didn't switch up too much, but she did bring him some different feels. And I don't want to say somebody else is writing her music because that is a rapper thing, like where that's an issue. So if somebody is, cool. But it do feel like some vibes were from other artists. Like there was a track where I felt like, Bruno Mars could have sang that. So he probably wrote that. And
there was a lot of I don't know if you picked up on it. I thought it was a little funky.
No, there was a lot of fun.
Funk.
The song that I like, Killers.
Mm-hmm.
That was, y'all listen to the album. I'm gonna go ahead and say it first. Listen to Killers. Now y'all might be like, this sounds kind of old. Well, that was the point. Like it gave like the whole Michael Jackson, Janet Jackson, maybe Prince. I wonder if
she was like listening to like a lot of
1980s
funk, and like a old school pop.
Yeah.
It
felt like I don't know if y'all remember when Janet Jackson had that tape out with the Army, and she was doing all them dances, the Army dances, the military boot camp dances. So that was actually really cool to hear, like Killers. And then I don't remember the other names of the song. Like I said, it was a quick listen. But off first listen, and I'm pretty sure I got like 4 more songs left, it might be up there with some of her classics. I'm sure the diehard Lady Gaga fans are going to disagree. One of our best friends, that had an opinion on our last podcast. I'm sure.
Her boyfriend is a big fan too.
Really?
Yeah. It's not funny. It's always so funny to me when guys are just like,
I did not know that.
Like, I fuck with Lady Gaga.
But you know what? That's fine, though, bro. Lady Gaga,
it's fine.
It's
fine, but it's just like, it's cool. I think it's cool. I'll say it's cool.
Yeah.
That like guys aren't afraid to be like, yeah, I fuck with this like female artist.
And that's how I get cool
artist.
with a guy. Like, I'm not gonna be. If y'all haven't noticed, if you follow me on anything, you see that most of my friends are ladies, and the reason why is because of how like sheltered dudes are about like things they like, and they just don't want to express themselves, want to be too cool or whatever. Like the niggas y'all do see me hang out with, they might look a little hood, or they might look a little like, oh shit, they gotta be super cool, but they cool.
Yeah, but they cool. They like, actually cool.
If I bring her around, they're gonna treat her like she yo. They haven't seen her probably in like the last 3 years or something.
Right.
Shy friend. Like, those are the type of people I hang out with.
And I can talk to them about like metal, about rock, like alternative music.
And no shun. And they probably never listen to anything like that.
And I'll let them listen to it. They was like, yeah, that's raw. That's raw as fuck.
And I feel like having friends like that, That's cool, but that's one of the main reasons why I don't hang out with too many niggas, because it's just like all of that wanting to be
Just
a tough
gotta find
guy.
the open-minded ones.
Yeah, bro, you could be a tough guy and still open your mind. If I tell you the stuff that I used to do, and if you still knew me, it's the same personality, same animated person, same guy, bro. I'll tell y'all a little story. What do they call when time has passed or you can't go to jail for it? We're gonna say statute of liberty.
Limitations.
Okay. With my statute of liberty,
Statute of liberty
of limitation. I used to sell weed, and when I was selling the weed on the corner.
Okay, you're so funny.
I was listening to Linkin Park. Like, what?
Yeah.
Don't try me. But I was crawling in my skin. Stop playing, bro. Like, I didn't care. And then, like, the niggas that was with me, bro, they knew me to be that, you know? So, and I never got judged. Even if they judged me, they never said it to my face. And to me, I honor what you do in front of me, not what you do behind my back. Because whatever you do behind my back is what you got to deal with when you look in the mirror. So, like, I like, you could be the most shadiest nigga. If you cool in front of me, cool.
Cool.
You know what I'm saying? Cool. When I hear something, got it. But in front of me, cool. So none of that stuff fazed me, man. Like, I keep people like that around me. Like, as long as you keep an open mind, because this Lady Gaga album was good.
It was good.
You know? And I don't want to say was good, like it was the whole, like I listened to the whole thing. Because it could be that one song that just make me, we're going to take it from an 8 to a 6. But
I think it's a whole bop.
I think it's, like, from what I got, when I'm picking up, that shit is a hit. It's a hit, you know? And the thing is with artists, it's not easy, you know, especially when you take time off. Like, you can't, like, expect people to be.
Well, I think with Lady Gaga, she's always doing something to be creative.
Shake the room. Yeah.
She's always doing something. I love the fact that she ventured out and has been acting.
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. I love that. And like, the Joker movie was good. And she did a great job.
She can act.
You know, like, she scared me a little bit.
So there ain't no stunting Gaga.
Yeah, man. You could tell she always looked at herself bigger than just an artist. And this album
really cool
gives
to
us
see how far she's come.
I feel like the word mayhem is very specific. Of course, she may have her own reasons, and of course, everybody else going to give their own opinion on why she named it mayhem. But what I'm getting from it is just like, when you sum up your whole career, or just life for people who don't have careers in music or whatever, when you sum up your life, it is mayhem. It's chaotic, you know, and then it's like a peaceful chaoticness, because at the end of the day, that's what got you here today. Yeah. And I think that was pretty cool. You know, like, just the name. Like, when you got a cold name, like, it could have been, she could have put chaos on there. I would have been like, she put mayhem. I was like, I haven't heard mayhem since that one commercial, you know. But yeah, she comes out with the album. Sick. We think it's cool. We think it's sick. We're going to give it more of a listen. We might talk about it next week a little bit more.
Maybe on our way when we find a bar to go to.
Oh, yeah. We could figure that out. We could definitely figure that shit out. You know what I mean? But as far as, like, the music, it was music to appreciate. And speaking of appreciating music, you know, I was always a fan of hip-hop. And I love, like, when artists can kind of, like, blend that. She did it, you know, a little bit, you know, and she done it in the past. So there's not too many things Lady Gaga are going to do that's going to surprise me. So,
ooh, can I ask you a question?
What's up?
I was actually thinking, like, when we were listening to the album in the car, hopefully this isn't, like, too crazy.
I mean, I hope it is.
There was one song, once again, we talked about this in the last pod. I'm so bad with, like, telling people, like, the name of songs and then the artists and stuff, which we should, my idea, a little segment, we should do that one day. Yeah. You remember? Yeah. Okay. Anyway, I digress. Yeah. One of the songs, I was like, dang, she kind of spitting. And I was like, I wonder if Gaga can rap.
She probably can. I mean, most artists can. Like, think about Chris Brown. When Chris Brown was coming into the industry, he wanted to be a rapper. They told him, no, nigga, sing. And he was like, okay. And then later on in his career, what did he end up doing? Now he's rapping, you know, or he could pull it off. You still throw a whole R&B album and randomly hop on some radio station and just rap the coldest shit you ever heard. Yeah. Tory Lanez is another person that is great for that. And that was a perfect transition to talk about Tory Lanez, new album. Now, while I look up the name of this album, because I'm pretty sure it's like one of those album where I think it's his name or something or somebody else's name. Peterson. Like that, bro. First, it was recorded from him being locked up.
Okay,
so,
I was going to ask.
Yeah. He recorded that locked up. And it do sound like it, but it doesn't sound bad. It was so good to me, bro. Like, there was some moments where I'm like, it's dry because I don't really like hearing, like, a lot of speeches within, like, an album.
And can I ask?
What's up?
How do they make albums in prison? Like, is it just because they have money?
I mean,
and they have the resources.
I mean, jail.
Do they get
like
privileges because of their status?
I'm sure you have to earn those privileges, and in him, I'm sure there was strings pulled. But you gotta remember, the people that helped him get into prison is like Jay-Z people, so they gonna do whatever they can to fuck this man up. So I'm sure over time he earned that, because I'm sure he had many songs to write about.
Yeah,
you know. And I love this album because I feel like he touched on a topic that a lot of people are scared to talk about now. Nobody wants to be on Tory's side. Everybody wants to be on Megan's side. I'm on Megan's side if something happened, and I have to say if something happened, because at the end of the day, this nigga locked up and he not locked up for that, you know. And
oh really? You think
he's not? It's on paperwork. He's not locked up for shooting Megan in the foot. It's because of having a gun, and he was not supposed to be around that. Like, but anyways, the point is just with all of the optics, if whatever side you stand on, because I love Megan, so let's just start there. She's one of the dopest rappers.
Don't get me started.
Right, you know, I put her
I
as
was
number
going a
4
whole rant about how much
best
I love that
rappers.
woman.
I think she's like number 4. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I
gotta put Doechii at number 1.
I would agree.
And I'm only bringing up newer artists. I'm not bringing up the OGs to this, especially when it comes to women rappers. But like,
Ooh,
you
maybe
know,
we
I
should
put
do a
Doechii.
tier list one day.
We should, you know. But I'll give you my quick one: Doechii, and then we have to put I almost called her old name, Lotto, and after that, Lotto got bars. I don't care what type of music she makes. Like, I've seen her grow up to this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I saw her when she was a jit, rapping with Jermaine Dupri, and she was killing that shit. And then she got to where she's at, and she's still killing that shit. As far as bars is concerned, she got it.
Okay.
And then right after that, I would have to argue between Coi Leray and
I haven't listened to Coi Leray. I'm not gonna lie.
Coi Leray got it, but it's gonna be between
I thought
Coi
she was also a
Leray
singer.
and Bia. But I'm just talking about his rapping, because I don't know nothing. Like, look, I don't listen to these rappers all the time anyways. These aren't like consistent listens, but that's my tier or whatever.
I'm
but
scared to release mine.
I say all of that to say like, it was a good you know, it was a good, what am I trying to say? It was a good one. It was for Tory to put that out. I'm not trying to shit on Megan. It's what I'm trying to say. It was just a good album, good. You know. Okay. And I just wanted to make that clear, because I love Megan and I love Tory, so I am that person.
It's like a rock in a hard place.
That's okay, because I also don't give a fuck about either or, you know. So like, I feel like I play off of the part that I don't care. So like, anytime somebody want to argue with me about it, I'm like, okay, don't care though.
Yeah,
you know, I'm not locked up, but and I'm not the one that got shot in the foot or whatever, or had to injure foot. But my thing is that he got a chance to say something while Megan is saying something. So, and I think this is very important when somebody wasn't guilty of something, and like, but there's being spoke about as if you do deserve to be able to say something, and now his voice got out, and it's hard to listen to him when you're reading a tabloid about what somebody said from prison. You know what I mean? It's cool to hear somebody actually rap it into words, put it in the art that they love to do. And he didn't also make that whole album about that. So that was pretty cool, you know. So that was just a little quick one, you know, a little 1v1 on different opinions, a little cool, but at the same time, speaking of 1v1s, Jim Jones and Cameron. Let's hurry up and get that out the way. Jim Jones and Cameron is arguing, and I just want to hurry up and say this as a fan. Stop! We don't want to see that shit, bro.
Stop it.
Come on, man.
Get some help.
We all Dipset, bro. Like, come on, bro. I grew up listening to the Diplomats and all of this shit, bro. Like, I don't want to see y'all two going back and forth, but this shit is funny as fuck, bro. Like, this shit is funny as fuck. For whatever reason, when you see Jim Jones, a lot of people like is on his ass. They say he like a old nigga that want to be young. But he just be having that shit on. And he always just be having that shit on. And they be like, he an old game banger. Well, there's a lot of old game bangers. How about the niggas that started the shit? Some of them niggas is around. So, like...
He just makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah. I get it. Jim Jones, he's a strong energy. But then you got Cameron, who's like the playboy. You know what I'm saying? The smooth guy. So, it's like two different dynamics, but they both got a high respect for each other. Now, there's word on the street that they had issue prior to this situation, like way before the Versus, when it was them versus the Locks. It was Dipset versus the Locks. And by the way, that was a good Versus. We heard classics that night, you know, no matter who you thought win. But but you can clearly see when the Versus was happening that there was something going on or whatever. But regardless, I just want to say that we got to start acknowledging the facts. Like, y'all too old, bro. Y'all, look, if you over the age of 35 and you could run for president, you need not to argue and say like, oh man, we don't want to, we want to not see somebody be successful, bro. Y'all both made it, and y'all both are now one. Jim Jones is still rapping. Cameron's still rapping too, but he got a podcast and he's doing it with Mace. That's on a different tier, so his voice is different.
Okay,
that's all I'm saying. And I just think it's just not fair because, as far as like hip hop fans, yes, Jim Jones have a lot of fans, but they're more so like faithful fans than like the new upcoming fans.
Yeah.
Except when he brings out new acts. And on that album, Jim Jones just dropped the album, by the way, y'all. Listen to that. Raw as hell. There was some new niggas on there, and that shit was raw. So hopefully that brings a lot of younger people there. But anyways, I just want to throw that out. That wasn't gonna be a long topic. I just want to see them stop arguing. That's it. That's all.
Arguing.
Yeah, man.
We got bigger stuff to worry about. Aren't you tired?
Aren't you tired? I know you tired, especially when it be at like after 7.
Almost 30. I be tired. I ain't trying to argue with people.
Man, when 6 p.m. hit,
ain't none of my business.
Sleep, man.
Whatever you got to say, ain't none of my business.
Exactly. So yeah, that happened. Or what's happening? We don't want to see that. So hopefully y'all figure it out. As a fan of both of you guys, I just want to see it get figured out.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and switch topics. You want to talk about what happened at the Oscars?
Oh, the Oscars.
You want to talk about that?
I'm not gonna lie. I didn't watch too much of the Oscars.
That's fine. I mean, it was a lot of shit, like a lot in there. Too much.
Yeah, so I heard.
Yeah, like foreign films and all that shit. You know how the Grammys got like the pre-Grammys? Oscars.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, let's start doing that, nigga. That was long
Oscars. Ever since like, I don't know, was Johnny Depp there? Johnny Depp ain't there. I ain't watched it.
It ain't worth it. Talking about my Jack Sparrow. Ain't there.
I need to see my Jack, my captain, my captain.
I feel that. But that was a good one. We had a lot of people. It wasn't Whoopi Goldberg, that who normally hosted. It wasn't that older guy that I can't remember his name. It was Conan.
Conan O'Brien.
And that was he was a great host from what I saw. And either way, like I said, that shit was long. He's been hosting
all his life, damn near. So
he has. So he got it.
This was for him for sure.
Definitely his bag. So it made sense why they got him too. And it's funny because they asked him, "Will you do it again?" Don't ask that nigga right after that shit, bro. That shit stressful as hell. Of course he want to say hell no, but give him a minute.
So? I was gonna say yeah. I feel like he would.
I mean, I'm sure
chaotic
he would,
in himself.
Him
as a person.
He went on the record to say, "Just ask me in a few months." Because it's just like, bro, like that was a lot of stress. Whoopi Goldberg says it's a lot of stress. You know what I'm saying? And that woman does a lot. She has a TV show, a talk show. If I'm not mistaken, she's on the radio. Like that's a lot of work, And to do the I almost call it the Grammys, to do the Oscars, that is a lot.
And he even did like a kind of a touchy joke, which still landed regarding regarding
he gave a lot of jokes.
That one trans actress who was what?
No, it was just funny because I wasn't ready for you to go there.
She was exposed for like some old racist tweets that she made about Muslims or whatever.
Hey, that's what's up,
And
humiliation.
I think he kind of he made a joke.
Yeah.
Kind of like touched on that a little bit, just a little bit.
Hey man, that's okay, bro. Like first of all, it's him, and then
she was there. The elephant was in the room.
Right.
We had to address it.
And then,
but he did it. He did it very. He did it in a very comedic way, where the joke can you can let it slide.
He's skillful, bro. Like he
Yeah,
knows
he
what
know
he's
what he's
doing. And like at the end of the day, it's like, bro, this man made jokes, like I said, about Drake. Like he sat there and said, okay,
Wait, let me make sure. Was she trans?
What did he say? Like, oh, well, Kenny's gonna drop a new diss
I know she played
against
that
Drake,
trans.
and I just think that's the funniest thing, that he was able to just throw little things like that, and then having skits in between it, like, which was like some SNL type situation. But it was really cool to see the Oscars. There was movies that I know people was mad about, like the Demi Moore situation. But I didn't really give a fuck about it. I didn't see either order of those fucking movies. You know what I'm saying? I've seen all the older Demi Moore movies, but I didn't see the new shit that she was getting nominated for. But what I did see was the memes. And every time they showed the speech of Mikey, the girl Mikey, they keep showing her like just roll her eyes or whatever, like after every little phrase that she said, and that she probably prepared for that 47 seconds or however long it is. Like that was probably some of the funniest shit, bro. I think the Oscars is probably the most comedic. It was the most comedic award show for this year so far. I thought it was pretty dope. I think Conan did his shit with that.
Conan did his shit.
Yeah.
And then I also want to talk about Lisa of Blackpink. Also featuring Doja and Ray.
I'm glad
doing
you
a James Bond tribute performance. Which you're a big fan of James Bond.
First of all,
we were talking.
I'm
so
that
funny. We
guy
were just
that
talking about.
paused
We
for
were
the
talking about
beat.
James Bond.
Look. I'm that guy that plays Eagle Eye and just pause the beat.
Yeah.
Just so I could freestyle to it. So with that being said, yes.
That was so funny. We were recently.
Oh yeah, I had to let her know. Like, yo, that shit. First of all, a lot of people don't believe it, and then it was a comedian. It was Skinbone. Shout out to Skinbone, by the way. He had posted something, and now everybody knows about it. I was like, nigga, if you a hip hop head, you hit pause. I mean, if you play 2K, you know that. Like anytime you hit pause, you hear the dopest music. But then when you play, back in the day, like James Bond, you wasn't expecting a game like that to have such a heat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that beat, I feel like for that time was definitely.
It was different.
It was different for that time.
Now, what I let you hear was a little bit edited, like a little producer spin.
Well, no, I remember
but the original
one
still was like that. It still had a little extra, little boom, boom, boom behind that.
It sounded like some current, today, beat.
Yeah. Like I'll rap on that shit today.
Yeah. But yeah, they did it.
I loved it. I ain't gonna hold
you. Loved it?
I did. I know a lot of people didn't like it.
Lisa, I don't know if you're familiar with Blackpink. They're Korean, all girl group. I need to look into why is she specifically. Is she from America? I need to look into this.
See,
She's been popping. She's been popping off. She's been popping off in America.
Y'all realize she was about to ask, why is she here? Like that's what it sounded like you was getting at.
No.
Okay, because I'm like,
why is she out of the entire group popping off?
Why is she the one?
I wonder, is she American?
It might be a TLC situation. It might be what was the one Beyonce was in?
A lot of Korean groups still have people from all over. They'll have people from all over in the group or whatever. They don't necessarily have to be from Korea. They could be Korean American. Yeah. And be in the group. So I'm wondering,
I just feel like America is good at maybe, but I feel like America is good at fucking groups up. No, they always want the star.
But black people always be that bitch. They will always be that girl.
And I'm sure. But we say that about Destiny Child. I don't know why I couldn't remember that name. But yeah, we say that about Destiny. You say maybe if you say 2/3 of them, the names, we they still that bitch. Excuse my language if y'all don't.
We're saying Lisa's the Beyonce.
Huh?
Lisa's the Beyonce.
See, and I didn't say it.
That's what it seems like. Anyway,
no. You're being valid. That's a valid statement. Just because. But overall, great performance, right?
She was really good. I thought it was a little corny because they did a whole fight sequence and the choreography.
No, I saw that shit, bro. Let's talk about that for just a second, bro. The choreography was. Can I use the big HR? Horrible.
Ooh.
It was horrible.
You think it was horrible? I thought it was corny.
Ridiculous. Well, I thought it was ridiculous. I thought you could first, if you're gonna choreograph some shit, y'all could have done a lot better.
Yeah.
You know, like y'all could have just played into it being more like a Broadway type situation, and I felt like we was like they were touching that, right? Like giving it the Broadway thing. I mean, it was so much of Broadway that whole night, anyways, due to the Wiz or not the Wiz, the Oz.
Yeah, the Oz.
You know, like that. Which, by the way, Ariana Grande. Secret pleasure. That, bro, like.
Oh, we gotta talk about Ariana one day.
One day,
Ariana.
yeah, no.
But anyway, go ahead.
We'll give that the shine that it deserves, you know. And hey, anybody that's talking about her weight loss, fuck you. So, anyways, when it comes down to this, it was just like it was cool to see it happening. I just think they could have been less like on the nose with some of the shit.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, I felt like I could have seen that in them. Like, you know how movies,
I think that's what I was finding. Yeah,
like they play the movie in the movie. Like they'll see a play or like you seen Last Airbender?
yes.
You remember when they went to the play and it was to the play, then
Okay, I'm sorry.
Hey,
ADHD
I didn't
brain.
even know we were gonna see that song. But yeah, no. And then they went to the theater and then they saw how Katara and they met Aang and then how they broke him from the iceberg.
Yes.
Like they got a chance to see. I thought that's what was happening. You know what I'm saying? I mean, shit, fuck it. James Bond do that I'm gonna put y'all on. I don't know if I'm spoiling any movies for y'all, but if you watch the beginning of all the James Bond movie, it's the entire movie. Everything that happens in the movie is happening in the intro music when it happens. That's how much of a fan I am. We're not gonna go there. We're not really doing that. We're not deep diving on how much of a fan I am because I'm about to do it.
We can one day.
I mean, one day, shit. When I get it tatted on me, we'll do it.
Yeah.
Because I am. My boy. Hey, shout out to the engineer. So, like, with that being said, I think that was interesting to see. They just could have held off on that. But regardless, Doja did her thing. I like the fact that she's saying that the diamonds are forever. First of all, I forgot that song was for anything else.
Yeah,
I was like, that is Kanye West.
Kanye,
I was waiting for Ye to pop out. You know what I'm saying? But then I was like, oh yeah,
her fit definitely matched the vibe.
It did. It was so beautiful. Like, bro, I was like, yo, she bad as hell, bro. I didn't think she was bad at first.
Really?
I think it was her antics that was throwing me off with her.
I know.
But then when I look at her, I'm like, yo, she bad.
She's a gorgeous woman and she's very talented.
Yeah. Not to say the other women weren't beautiful. They were.
No, yeah. I don't get me started because I can talk about. There was one point I was obsessed with Doja.
Yeah.
So I can talk about her
We
for
can
like
go
a minute.
there.
I thought her performance was great. I know a lot of people felt like she fell a little flat.
It was a little underwhelming.
Underwhelming.
I've heard that. And she did. Y'all got to understand. Y'all got to listen to that song. And I feel like that's why y'all saying she flat. If y'all listen to the fucking song, y'all hear that Diamonds Forever isn't sang with vibrato. It isn't a song that you reach for the note. It's just like diamonds are forever. That is a chant. Like that's how chants are done. Like she did it right.
Yeah, you can tell she definitely tried to really, I don't want to say copy the song, but she wanted to give it the tribute, you know, that it deserved.
She gave it what it deserved.
Yeah. Do I think it was the best song for Doja? No.
Definitely a white person. Definitely want to hear a white person sing that song.
She definitely kind of fell flat in some like certain areas.
Because you have to try to do how she did. I mean, like you can't over-sing that song.
Doja's not a singer.
That part too.
She's a rapper. But she does have a gorgeous voice. Yeah. I've heard her like sing like her like own songs. And she has a gorgeous voice. She got bars.
You know what I'm saying?
She got bars, y'all. You can't deny it. Like, come on. I know.
I mean, we're going to catch the haters. Like, the haters going to hate. But at the end of the day, bro, we know what's really going on.
But I'm proud of her because she definitely did something that was out of her comfort zone.
Yes, sir.
I'm really interested in why they chose her.
I mean, I'm sure it has a lot to do with the alternativeness. Now, if anything, they could have used Billie Eilish. You know, because she actually had a song for it. And also what I was thinking, it was just more of a tribute, so they just wanted to stick to that feel or whatever. And for whatever reasons, like 1970s, 80s dress fit, it looks better on Doja. You know what I'm saying?
It does.
So I'm gonna be
It
honest, I
does.
don't know the executive decision. I don't understand it, but
It was super dope.
it was super dope. Like, once again, my first thought should have been Billie Eilish. You
I
know,
can see that.
especially what happened to her at the Grammys. And I know a lot of y'all are assholes, just like me, but different type of assholes when it comes to Billie. Because fuck y'all. Billie, first of all, that is a hard note that she does to sing soft. Y'all understand? Falsetto is hard to
Yeah,
hit.
it is.
And when you hit a certain note, some people have to reach for that note. And she does it with a soft voice. I'm sure she could sing loud. And I'm sure she could have Mariah carried that shit. You know what I'm saying?
She's almost
that's
like
bars,
the
by the way.
T-Pain.
She could have Mariah
She's almost like the
carried that
T-Pain
bitch.
of,
Did you hear that shit? Boy, nigga, that
vocalists.
was bars, nigga.
Huh?
She could have Mariah carried that shit. Anyways. Yeah, T-Pain.
Because
Yeah.
I'm referencing T-Pain because, as we all know, T-Pain is a very like accomplished vocalist.
Yeah.
He
Outside of the
can
auto
sing.
Yes.
He can sing.
He can sing. He's a church singer. You know what I'm
But
saying?
he chooses to use auto-tune because it like captivates people.
And
blah,
it's
blah,
just
blah,
like,
blah.
bro, that's what we know. And
We know Billie can sing,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
like
I don't know.
the whisper singing, it does it. It like it.
It gets on people's nerves, bro.
It's for
It
her.
doesn't get on my nerves. It used to.
It's a breath of fresh air.
It used to get on my nerves. I wasn't always a fan of Billie, but I became a huge fan, especially when I started doing pop music. I became a huge fan of her, and now, if I'm a practice, because I try to practice people music, so I can just get like cadences and being able to pronounce certain shit. Like, I don't pronounce shit well when I speak, but when I sing, I do great, or rap. Like,
Talk your shit.
I study her, and then I study the fact that she could sing softly and still do those wild things. Like, she's a jazz type of singer. A lot of people would
I
consider
can
that
see that.
jazzy.
Yeah.
No pun intended, jazzy. But it's just really, really dope what they did though for the Oscars. So, without Billie, Doja did great. Nobody could have replaced her, to be honest, to do what she did.
I'm trying to rack my brain of like who else could have done it.
What she did? Or
Yeah,
I know it's a lot of people who could have done it.
You think? Okay.
Yeah,
Who?
yeah.
Well, you said
Alicia
Billie.
Keys. Like, Alicia Keys
Alicia?
not a great. Yes, she's done it. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Like, this is the thing. There's so many people
Yeah.
who already have done like the intro music to like. My dream is to make an intro song to a James Bond movie, and I know it's gonna happen.
yeah.
Whether or not if they stop making a James Bond movie, they're gonna make a James Bond show. I'm gonna make a fucking song for it. I promise. But the thing is, it's just like when it comes to all of this stuff, it's like. They could have went in many different directions, but to do what she did, and it was more than just her voice. She was captivating the moment.
Yeah.
We all got absorbed. Like, when I turned it on, like, I was watching on my phone. When I was looking at it, I put that shit down real quick. And then when she hopped on there, I saw, I was like, oh, shit. And then I paid attention, and I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, this shit cold,
Yeah. I'm proud of Doja.
Yeah,
She made a post. She was saying it was scary. It was really scary for her.
I believe it.
But she was very brave.
I mean, you want to have a final thought on that? Final thoughts? On the
Final
Grammys?
thoughts. Lisa, Doja, Ray, they did a phenomenal job. All very talented women. I'm glad they got the spotlight on them that night. Definitely some women that deserved it.
Definitely deserved the spotlight.
I know a lot of people would disagree, especially with Doja. I know people. I know.
But do we?
I know.
We put
I get it.
We put spotlights on so many people though that are like
I know.
worse.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying worse to say that she's bad. Just worse, like there are bad people out there. Like, and
Also, stuff I can debunk. A lot of people say like stuff about Doja, and I was just like, okay, I can totally debunk that. Like old news.
Yeah, and that's the thing. A lot of people will stick to some old shit and act like this is what's happening. This is what's going on. It's just like, bro, like, nigga, is your shit buffering? Like, nigga, we on some new stuff now. I gotta stop saying nigga. I hate editing that shit out. That's the hardest word to edit out of any Y'all don't understand what I go through, y'all. She don't understand what I go through, y'all, while I'm editing this shit. This is why she probably get annoyed, but this is why I call her ass while I'm doing it. Because I'm like, you going to go through this shit, too.
I'm just here to sit pretty.
You know, she is a passenger princess. Ever since I've known her, she's always been that. So
everybody spoils me.
Everybody spoils her. So I'm gonna try to get through this as quick as possible because I wanna get that lamp story in, man. Like, because that's just a weird.
But I think there was some other things we wanted to talk about before.
I mean, we kind of hit everything except
what? Come on.
I read it. I just read it. The moment she said, I read it and I was like, oh shit.
Please.
That's what she's talking. All right, but we gonna make this short.
It's
this
so
gotta be
interesting.
Short. All right, remember just let y'all know I decided that Spider should have 30 minutes to give us the Reddit story because we need the. First of all,
you guys need to hear this story.
I know I'm gonna react so much in it, so that's why I'm like she deserves a little bit more time to do that. So, okay, ask me this, and then regardless, the next subject, the next topic that I'm about to bring up, I'm finna do it anyways. So, go ahead, I'm ready. Just to let y'all know I did a hand movement.
Speaking of someone, you know, I have not been single in like over a decade. I've gotten engaged.
You just got engaged.
I'm so fascinated.
Why this happened?
I'm so fascinated by your online dating.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So
I'm so glad I'm not in the game anymore.
It's horrible. It's a horrible game.
The stories I hear from you and like other like friends that are out there dating, it's scary.
It is a scary moment.
It's a scary place out there.
When you reach out to somebody and you don't know what the fuck is about to happen.
Apparently there are a lot of bots.
She had to say that while I was drinking. Yeah, there's a lot of fake shit going on.
That's crazy.
A lot of people trying to finesse. Now, I can't talk shit. I used to do shit like that. But I just feel like that's just karma just getting me back. A whole lot of bots, a whole lot of fake people, a whole lot of people who isn't honest. I don't want to be specific on what I mean by people not being honest because I respect the culture of wanting to do what you want to do. I just think you should give people a heads up to give them an idea what they're getting into so you don't disrespect them because I'm the type of nigga.
There are other apps for that too.
I'm going to, exactly, you know, if you want to grind a little bit. But like, I'm just letting you know, I'm a honest, blunt nigga. So you start fucking with me like that, I'm going to tell you exactly what it is, and you're going to think I don't support. And it's just like, nah, that ain't the case. I don't support you. It's an interesting thing to go through. I mean, currently, I have slowed down. I've gotten a response from somebody that I enjoy.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm not going to say her name because I didn't ask her, you know. But, you know, I think she's real because she gave me her number. It's an iPhone, so...
I think she's real.
Yeah, and there's no cash being spoke about. So that's always the thing. You got to watch out for that. But yeah, what was the question? I'm sorry.
I just want to hear like stories about
story. Like, what do you want to hear? The good shit or the bad shit? Because I can tell you both.
Ooh, both of them.
What do you want first?
Like,
I can tell you some.
Give me the bad ones. Have you gone on
like
any like bad dates?
Yeah.
Have you
does
like encountered like home? Bad messages? You know,
does taking somebody home consider a date?
Sure.
Okay, for sure. So, I mean, I know she follows me.
Well,
I'm about to ruin a whole shit right now, y'all. Hey, if you listening, I don't mean
it's
no
for content.
harm on it. It's just for content. I'm about to put a little sauce on it. That's all it is. But it was just one girl. I'm not gonna say her name because she's a sweetheart. She hit me up. This was Facebook dating. This is a different dating app that I'm normally use, but I use both. You know, but this is Facebook dating, and I was surprised it worked. Probably worked because I was in Iowa. If he was in Chicago, it would have just been niggas trying to finesse and get your money. But
I heard there's a lot of fine shit on the Facebook.
No, there's a lot of fine shit, and that's why they don't be real. But anyway, so you talking about from the other side? Because I don't know. I only see women and people who wants to pretend. You know,
on the other side.
On the other side, okay.
Yeah.
And by the way, when I say pretend, I don't mean somebody that's identifies. I mean people who are lying.
Like
anyways,
some is trying to get a lick out of you.
Yeah, bro, stop lying. But anyways, I was on there, and what ended up happening, I met this girl. I told her that I'm not from here. I can't say the label name, but I had got signed to a label. I had a publishing deal, and I'm just saying what I'm supposed to say to make her like me a little bit more than normal. And by the way, I don't lie when I try to get people to like me.
No, yeah.
So let's start there. But maybe I should have lied a little bit. Made it seem like a little less. I didn't know where I was living was the second richest suburbs there. So when I told her where I stayed, I guess it was like green light.
Oh,
but anyways, she slid. She did. First of all, it wasn't a catfish, and then she did what she was supposed to do.
It wasn't. Then, you said it was.
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't.
It wasn't a catfish.
Good for you.
But personality, it was a catfish, or it was a catch. And it was just like, oh, okay. So that was bad. I don't want to get too much detail because, like I said, she wasn't a bad person. I just knew, like, I was only in Iowa for a short amount of time. I just wanted to write these songs. And then I knew I was coming right back home. Well, I thought I was going to Texas, but I knew I was going to leave. But anyways, that was the bad one. And then the good one, I think it's this situation here. I'm talking to this girl, and, like, she makes me feel comfortable, and she's funny. I could be corny,
That's good.
I like the way I talk to y'all is a little bit different than how I text. Like I text like a robot. You get what I'm saying? And like
every time, can I
go ahead,
tell
go
them?
crazy, go crazy.
Can I tell them?
Go ahead.
Whenever he wants to message her, whenever she replies back to him,
my bad, engineer. I know I'm loud.
what should I say?
I told you.
What should I say?
I showed.
He'll get a bling. He's like, oh my god, is she replying?
Yo, you making me see like
I'm scared.
Yo, man.
Like, Tim, be yourself. Just be yourself.
I'm about to drink directly.
This nigga was
going
to use ChatGPT.
I was, because I'm like, I don't know what to say. Like, I was going to tell ChatGPT what I wanted to say, but I was like, but make it smoother.
Oh, my God.
And then I did it, though.
But make it sound like a real nigga would say something.
Like a real nigga would say it, right? And I did it. And it was just even more robotic than me. And I was just like, fuck it. I did what Jazzy said, y'all. And it worked. Like, not to say, like, it's just, if I meet you in person,
you're
shorty,
crazy. Like, you're a cool dude.
In person. Like, I'm a smooth, first of all,
like,
I'm still in a nigga bitch. Excuse my language. Like, in person. Online, I might, you know what I'm saying? I might steal Siri. You know what I'm saying?
I think
might
it's the
pull
fact.
Up on Siri.
Also, I think it doesn't help that you actually really like this person.
I know.
And so,
and then I don't want to be smooth with her because I don't want to fuck that
They
up.
hit this, like, soft spot and you're just like...
Yeah, I don't want to say the wrong thing.
Yeah.
And then, anyways, because she making me feel it. That happened.
Aww.
But at the end of the day... Yeah, no, I'm trying to keep my composure, y'all. I enjoyed the conversation.
Hopefully,
we have good conversation. We're supposed to go skating. Like, it's a different thing.
I'm so looking forward. I feel like I'm more excited about this date than you are.
I'm gonna tell you that I'm super excited. Like, we're supposed to go skating. She had caught COVID. Now that's 1-on-1. Somebody trying to ditch you, but I'm gonna keep it real.
When you said that, I was like,
No, I said it too. But then
Girl.
I read back the messages that we had before, and I'll show you. But I ain't got nothing to prove to this one. You know what I'm saying? She loves me no matter what. She's gonna love who I bring in. But I did not pay much attention to it prior, but when that happened, my investigative ass. You remember, I always gonna say Bruce Wayne, Rorschach, and then the Question Man. I went to those niggas first, and then they told me to go look at the old messages, and then I did. And she did say she wasn't feeling well.
okay.
So I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. But then anyway, she. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, she hit me up. She knew what to say. She said the right things. She didn't make me feel like, yeah, nigga, nah, I can't slide. I
guess it's a good sign that, like, she don't want to give your ass COVID.
Yeah, and that's respect because I got to see my kids. But look, at the same time, bro, I don't really, if it works, it works. And y'all see I'm pouring up. If it works, it works. And if it don't, that's cool. Because I'm finna still get to this money. You know what I mean? And I love this, I love what we do.
I just love, and I hear
too.
hearing about the process of getting to love.
Yeah, I know your ass. You gotta put some oil on the tools to get that those thoughts back because I'm.
Oh
that
yeah,
was
you
like,
asked me questions. I'm like, nigga, I don't know.
remember,
It's
nigga?
been like,
What
oh, like
nigga?
it's over
He
a
said hi.
decade.
I said yeah. The fuck?
He's trying to ask my fiance for advice. He's like, I don't know. I got the girl. I don't remember what I did.
But nigga, I already got her. The fuck? No, this is what happened. Like she kind of said it, but that ain't what happened. I had said to her fiance, I was like, which by the way, I don't even know if he was by the phone. She went to use the restroom, and we stay on the phone and we do normal shit still while we're on the phone. We don't put nothing off. So she went to the restroom, and I'm just talking shit out loud, thinking her fiance can hear me. So I'm like, hey bro, what should I do? Nigga didn't say shit if he was there, and if he wasn't
Probably
there,
can't hear you.
oh, he couldn't hear me.
So bad right
But
now.
regardless,
construction.
that silent is what I needed. Okay, it was like, bro, just do what you got to do. So I did it, and so far so good. I don't think anything bad about it. But all right, let's change the subject. Let's get off of me because I just got nervous, and
I just think it's so fun to hear about people's like online dating like situations. I see a lot of like people posting things on Reddit about conversations they've had with like possible like interests.
Yeah. Well, here
I know you encountered a lot of bots. People saying like, what would they say? Pay for play.
Pay for play.
It's like, damn, bro.
P2P. I done seen that word too many fucking
sorry.
times. But look, fuck that shit. Speaking of P2P, I think the transition works. It seems like everything is an answer to get money, you know. And I'm gonna make this quick. You can give me an opinion on it.
Okay.
I'm not gonna give much of my opinion other than while I'm explaining it. You're gonna get it by how I say it. Khloe Kardashian explains to her kid that she's still with Tristan Thompson, and she ain't.
Weirdo behavior.
Real, that is some weird shit, bro.
Yeah.
Tell the truth. I got 3 kids. My oldest isn't my biological, and trust me when I say that little homie knows that. You get what I'm saying? And he chooses when he wants to call me. He's called me dad before. He's also called me my actual name. And it's just like, bro, none of that phases me. He knows the truth. And he knows that he got me, you know. So why be weird like that when obviously both are in their lives, in the child life. So why make it weird? Be like, yo, we're still together, because now when that kid finds out, mommy's a liar. How do you feel about that? You know, we got 2 minutes, 3 minutes to explain. Go. It's all on you.
Well, I mean, as someone that grew up with both of their parents.
Oh yeah, no. Maybe I should take this one. No, go ahead. No, I think that's important. I think it should be come from her. I grew up with both of my parents too, just not together.
Well, yeah.
But no, I think you should go. You know.
Yeah. I guess I see what she's trying to do.
I don't.
I guess she's trying to see I guess I get what she's trying to do.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird. I don't know. It's just weird.
It's really weird.
It's just weird. It would definitely be heartbreaking when her child finally finds out the truth. I feel like it would be even more devastating because all these years that like you've been separated, you could have been preparing. Like your child could have been primed, you know, to be okay with your situation.
Yeah.
You know?
And the thing is I think it's the non-communication part. Because I'm sure Tristan was like, what?
Yeah.
You know, like, if anything, nigga, I'm telling her the truth.
Yeah.
You know, like, I don't have the story if he responded. But of course, like normal, we only got the Kardashian side of things, you know, because it's on the TV show. You got to watch the episode. I'm going to be real with y'all. I don't watch that shit, but I watched that one. And what I can say is, I see why y'all watch it. I see. It's very dramatic. It's dramatic.
I watched it in the early years.
Yeah. I watched it like a little bit more when Ye was on there because at that time, it was just that time period, you know, like it was to watch a reality show with somebody that was that big, you know, and their relationship was big.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Sipping on that bala. Anyways, so speaking of Kanye West, bringing that up and then bringing the Kanye, let's talk about one of Kanye exes anyways, or Wiz Khalifa ex. Amber Rose decides to say that Ye only likes to expose his wife nudity because he likes the attention from men. Is that weird?
You know what initially I got from that?
Yeah.
Cuck
energy, right? That's cuck energy. Do I have to blank that out? That's not a cuss word, right? No.
It's not a curse word.
Yeah, no, fuck that.
It's a little, it's a little
We
dirty.
gonna say cuck
a little dirty
anyways.
word.
All right, so
Cuckolding.
yeah, so you think that's cucking energy?
He's into cuckolding.
Yeah.
Honestly, with the shit the shenanigans he's been into, sure, why not?
Yeah.
That's what he's into.
That's what you into, bro. Go ahead. Look, like I said, these last 2 ones,
I ain't gonna yuck your yum.
I'm not gonna give too much on this either. I'm gonna give a small little take on this. I just think, Amber, mind your fucking business, bro. You don't have
Amber,
a kid.
by the way.
You don't have kids. What? I want to hear this. I was about to say we got 5 minutes to have.
Wait,
this
am I
conversation,
thinking of this?
wanna
Yeah,
hear.
fuck Amber Rose.
Okay. Why?
Cause
the Trump shit?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, fuck her. Well, I don't know if that's why I want to say fuck her. I want to say fuck her because she came at my man Murder Mook for a fucking
even more
rap
reason.
bar. It's like, nigga, a rap bar that was about women and you say what you say? Anyways.
If she supports Trump, she does not give a fuck about women. Let's set that straight. Let's set that straight.
I'm going to let
So
y'all
don't
know
try to
I
act like
agree
you
with
care
her,
about women,
but I'm
like-
not going to have a take on that. But I agree with her. 100%. But either way, just mind your fucking
Sorry, I
business,
just got
bro.
so heated.
No, I understand that's triggering too, you know. And I feel like you don't have to go through that to be triggered by that, you know. But anyways, it's just like, bro, mind your business. Like,
Yeah.
you're not Bianca or Blanca. Damn, I'm fucking her name up again. Bianca. Like, you're not Shorty. Like, you don't have to worry about this. You're not Kim Kardashian.
Yeah.
You worry about Wiz.
Why?
And
Yeah.
what he's
Why are you?
doing.
Nobody cares.
Like, we care. We want to hear about Sebastian and like your co-parenting with Wiz, because I think that's actually some of the dopest
but nobody
shit
cares
she
about
does.
you.
But when it comes outside of with the dope parenting shit you do, nigga, what do you do? Oh yeah, the slut thing, bro. We ain't trying to hear it. All right, all of that shit it's kind of up for the birds, to be honest with you. And I don't know. I just thought it was weird to even make the comment. Like, who speaks like that about your ex so strong? And then to the point where Shy, when he does his research on what the fuck to tell y'all, finds it. Like, that should not be newsworthy. Oh, look at the antics. He wants to show his wife off. Okay. Ye also helped her with a movie that he's presenting to a lot of big names in his own place that he created. I know we say a lot of bullshit about Ye, but you gotta commend somebody that takes their relationship that serious. And you gotta remember, even though we saying like, you know, blink twice, Bianca Blanca, if you know, blink
Bianca
twice.
Blanca.
But if you don't have to blink twice, he's supporting her, you know, because she obviously likes this shit. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I said, that was a
They're
show.
all weirdos.
They're all weirdos. From her all the way to Kim. Yay, lead these.
Like I said, not to yuck nobody yum, but with the in conjunction of everything else that these people are about is weird.
Yeah.
Y'all some fucking weirdos.
Yeah. Well, speaking of weirdos, I'm sure we have a weird story about a lamp.
We do
That we
have
gotta
a
get in.
weird story about a lamb. How'd you know?
Because we're at our last quarter, and I got to make sure you get that one. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead. Give me that
All right,
story. I
y'all.
want to hear
This is Jasmine. Reddit.
Ready.
So once again, this is just like an OG story
Yeah.
that I've heard about a long time ago, and I think about it once in a lifetime, or no, but once in every the blue moon, once in blue moon. It's not a super long story. It's a story. It's really interesting. I think it would tweak you out.
I'm ready to hear the lamp
It would
story.
tweak you out. All right.
Tell me.
So let's get into it. The lamp story.
Yeah.
So it goes. Oh, also, it's so long that it took me a minute to find this. I had to find a copy pasta of it
Yeah.
because
you
the
had to
original poster, like it was deleted except for like the comments or whatever. So
Right.
I have to do a little deep dive.
You have to actually call Bruce Wayne, Rorschach, and
Yeah.
question.
Yeah.
All right, I
All
gotta stop
them.
y'all. Y'all gotta get. Hey, engineer, can we get a close up on Miss Spider?
Not a
Because this is our
close-up.
segment right here, man.
This is my segment.
Go ahead.
See, I'm so spoiled.
No, I got to.
All right. So the story starts. My last semester at a certain college, I was assaulted by a football player for walking where he was trying to drive. Note I was 325 pounds. No, he was 325 pounds. I was 120 pounds.
Damn.
While unconscious on the ground, I lived a different life.
Say that one more time. Unconscious
While
where?
unconscious on the ground.
On the ground. Okay.
I lived a different life.
I thought you said underground. I was like, this girl living
On
underground.
the ground.
Okay. That's crazy.
I met a wonderful young lady. She made my heart skip and my face red. I pursued her for months and dispatched a few jerk boyfriends before I finally won her over. After 2 years, we married, and almost immediately she bore me a daughter. I had a great job. My wife didn't have to work outside of the house. When my daughter was 2, my wife, bore my son. My son was the joy of my life. I would walk into his room every morning before I left for work and doted on him and my daughter. One day, while sitting on the couch, I noticed that the perspective of the lamp was odd, like inverted. It was still in 3D, but just wrong. It was a square lamp base. What?
Just this describing part. That's all. Just go ahead.
It was a square lamp base, red with gold trim on 4 legs and a white square shade. I was transfixed. I couldn't look away from it. I stayed up all night staring at it. The next morning, I didn't go to work. Something was just not right about that lamp. I stopped eating. I left the couch only to use the bathroom at first. Soon I stopped that too, as I wasn't eating or drinking.
Okay, because I was about to ask, who doesn't think you going to the restroom? We all think you're doing normal shit. But I guess he stopped.
I stared at the fucking lamp for 3 days before my wife got really worried. She had someone come and try to talk to me, but this time my cognizance was breaking up and my wife was freaking out. She took the kids to her mother's house just before I had my epiphany. The lamp was not real.
Okay, engineer. Back to both of us, bro. Back to both of us. Oh, God. Oh, God.
Any thoughts so far?
I don't understand it. I don't understand. I mean, what's so special about the lamp?
We're going to get into it.
Okay, go ahead.
The last 10 years of my life are not fucking real. The lamp started to grow wider and deeper. It was still inverted dimensions. It took up my entire perspective, and all I could see was red. I heard voices, screams, all kinds of weird noises, and I became aware of pain. A fucking shit ton of pain. The first words I said were, "I'm missing teeth," and opened my eyes. I was laying on my back on the sidewalk, surrounded by people that I didn't know. Lots were freaking out, and I was completely confused. At some point, a cop scooped me up, walked me across the street and grass, and threw my face down in the back of a cop car. I was still confused. I was taken to the hospital by the cop.
It's not black, obviously.
Seems he didn't want to wait for the ambulance to arrive and gave CT scans and shit. I went through about 3 years of horrid depression. I was grieving the loss of my wife and children and dealing with the knowledge that they never existed. I was scared that I was going insane as I would cry myself to sleep, hoping I would see her in my dreams. I never have, but sometimes I see my son, usually just a glimpse out of my peripheral vision. He is perpetually 5 years old, and I can never hear what he says.
Y'all don't know I'm laughing silently, y'all. I don't understand. I hear it. I get it. I just don't understand. This nigga is crazy, bro.
He got knocked. He had an altercation with someone else on campus,
right?
And somehow he ended up not getting knocked the fuck out.
And after that,
he had a whole life.
This is the
in his mind.
Result. Was he in the hospital while he had this?
No, he was on the ground. While he was on the ground.
This is 10 years of...
He had 10 years of life.
No coma.
In his mind.
No nothing.
No.
This nigga is crazy, bro. Look, I have never been...
I mean, that's how freaky the mind can, like...
It can't.
You ever like feel like you at work and you're like, damn, I feel like an hour went by and only like 5 minutes.
I mean, I've been
like
knocked out. Like
so,
when we was kids, we used to press on each other back and knock each other out against the wall. So like, yeah, I know. Crazy hood story. We used to play point 'em out, knock 'em out.
You know,
it is what
yeah.
it is. But I do know when you get knocked out, you do be having some funky dreams.
And then they be like, gets warped.
They be like, nigga, you was only out for like 5 seconds. Nigga, I saw my whole life.
Yeah.
You know? So I get it.
He had a whole family, wife.
So this man had a whole family. He had a wife. He had a how many months old son?
His son was 5 years old.
Not months. His son was 5 years old. And for half of that, he believed he was married to a woman and then they had a kid.
Yeah. And now he's super depressed because he misses them. It felt real.
Y'all gotta understand. It
felt real.
Do I feel bad for this person?
I feel bad for him.
I don't think I do. I think
it's not his fault.
This nigga got knocked out. You shouldn't have lost the fight. You should have put your fucking hands up, bro. You should have protected your shit. Your jaw was too open, niggas. Like, yo, I keep saying this nigga word. Y'all gotta understand this edit is about to be crazy. But like, bro, somebody cleared your chair, bro, and now you can't remember. Like, you had a whole family.
He had a whole family.
Do we know if he's white or black?
We don't know.
Okay, so
I honestly can't tell you based off of context. Like, I can't tell you.
So I'm gonna do my best not to sound racist.
Oh my god.
But
I've seen I've seen plenty of brothers get knocked out.
No, that's not the point. This is why I'm gonna say it's not a brother. Okay. Because if a brother woke up and found out that none of that shit was true, there's a sigh of relief.
He would nigga, I had 2 kids.
Oh god, I ain't got no kids. I ain't got no wife. Oh, I'm still in the game, bro. Oh shit. The choices is back.
He had a second chance of life.
He had a second win. So like, bro,
I'm sorry,
bro. I promise you I'm a good guy. This is just look, this is what the people want to hear, bro. And like at the end of the day, let's keep it real, bro. Like that is not something that you kind of would imagine somebody would dream of, or I'm still lost. What did you do between them 10 years? Like, were you in the house engaging with the lamp?
It was all a dream.
Hey, son, I'm going to turn you on today. I'm going to go to sleep, son. I'm going to turn you on.
I would compare it to, do you remember the first time you became sentient?
Excuse me, say that one more time. Who, me?
Yeah.
So you calling me a robot?
No, you don't need to be a robot to like finally become sentient.
I feel like since a child, I was able to understand.
It was it's a phenomenon where a lot of people say, "Do you remember the first time you finally became sentient? You became like conscious."
Yeah, I think I was 3 years old. I was playing
life.
the drums. I remember shit, and my mom be like, "You shouldn't remember that." So I think it was when I started playing the drums.
At 3.
But I don't think that's fair though, because I was forced to learn something. So I think that's why. But cause like anything else when I was 3, I don't remember that shit.
I would probably say mine was probably like maybe a little later than 3.
Yeah.
Where I remember I was just like.
Was it something dramatic or traumatic?
No. I just remember being in bed. My mom waking me up for school, and then she actually gave me a bird bath on the bed. I miss those days. She would give me a warm towel and she would wipe me down.
I remember moments like this.
She would wipe me down before school. And I remember like, just being conscious. I remember being like, that's my mom, you know, and like have to go to school. Yeah. But that's like my earliest memory. Yeah. Of being, you know.
I mean, it might be me being autistic too, because like I might not supposed to remember probably a lot of shit. You know, I'm sure. And even so, like, the shit that I do remember from way, way back then that's not like music related is traumatic. You know, so I think that had a lot to do with it. Yeah. But it's just so crazy how the brain works. Yeah. Like you can get knocked out and believe in something that doesn't exist.
Yeah, time.
So, but
like
it was
I said,
10
time
years.
is crazy.
But it was 10 years.
Like you.
Okay, wait. I think that's the part that I may have not understood.
It feels like 10 years.
But how long was he out for?
He probably wasn't out for long. Probably, let's say 10 minutes.
And within that 10 minutes, was 10
He had
years.
a decade.
And he remembers all of this.
He remembers all of it, and he's very depressed.
I'm going to keep it real with
Because
y'all. I'm
he
calling cap on that nigga.
No.
I think that he
Why
was
do
just
you not
having
believe
fun.
that type of thing?
I mean, it could have happened, but I also think that some niggas just like to put like extra, like what I do on the podcast. I'm gonna tell y'all a story, but you know I'm gonna put some sauce on it. I'm not gonna tell. I'm not telling y'all the 100. I'm not gonna ever tell y'all the 100% truth ever.
Maybe.
Unless it's serious. Like if it's not serious, somebody didn't die. I fuck with. I'm not gonna. You know what I mean? I'm gonna put some sauce on that shit so I can entertain y'all. But that is something to lie about. So I'm calling cap, but it could have been true. It could have actually been true. We actually got through this faster than I fucking thought I would. You know? Like, at least the topics that I was going to bring up, I didn't think it was going to go by this fast, but that's perfect because I have a question for you.
Oh, for me?
Yes.
Okay.
So, we had 2 weeks. 2 weeks of not doing this.
Mm-hmm.
So, we had 3 episodes. By the way, this episode is 004. You know, we should have said that in the intro. That's not on her because I haven't done that for the last 3. And if I do let you intro the next one, you got to say that.
Okay.
You got to say 005.
Right.
Oh, you don't got to say 005. You just got to say this is the 5th episode, episode 5. But, like, I'm going to start doing that just because I think it's cool. Just to keep y'all updated. Like, if y'all just randomly pop into, like, the new fans and y'all pop into the podcast, you know, become a new fan to the new podcast, TV. You know, like, that, I want to make sure y'all know where you at. Because we do a lot of callbacks. And I know that shit just don't fucking make sense to a lot of people. Like, when the fuck did you say that, nigga? This is the first episode. You know, it's like, no. We on episode 4 now. But, anyways, back to the question. So we had these 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I just want to know, what did you critique? What did you think was acceptable? Or, like, as far as the last 3 episodes, like, could you give any, like, I know it's about us, but constructive criticism? Or, because, you know, you can commend us too. Or you can do both. What did we do? How do you feel we did for the last 3 episodes?
I think we did pretty good. I don't know. I think we did pretty good. We did what we normally do.
Oh yeah, 100%. This podcast is just conversation on the phone.
Which is what I wanted for our podcast to be. For us just shooting the shit, like the stuff that we talk about every day on a daily basis.
It's easier for us.
Yeah, it's easier. Yeah, I think we're hilarious.
Okay.
I think I'm hilarious.
Nah, I think she's funny as fuck. I ain't gonna hold y'all. I wish y'all could hear our phone
definitely in the
calls.
beginning, like obviously we critique ourselves like a fucking bubblegum. Girl, stop chewing your fucking bubblegum.
She was over
Oh
here
my
like
God. It was a nervous
she was
thing.
back in Simeon.
It was stop. It was a nervous thing.
That's okay though, because what did I do? I was saying
I think we're still
or what was the other crutch that I was using?
I would always go, But I do that every day in everyday life.
I was about to say, you do that.
I do that in everyday life just so people will know that I'm listening to them.
Actively
That
listening.
I'm actively listening to them. Yeah. We're still like in the hang of like formatting, the direction of the podcast, but I think that also makes it fun, because we're experimenting. We're constantly like throwing things at each other, like we should do this, we should do that, we should do this.
Y'all should hear those. I wish we could record all of these moments, but y'all only going to get this for now.
But yeah, that's yeah.
That was your critique.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I align with majority of that. Another thing that I can critique from like episode 1 and 2 was the crutches. I mean, I said that between your, what you thought. I think that we both been doing a lot better pacing. We've been pacing how we speak and also getting used to the antics. You know, I think the first episode, luckily, you are used to me being crazy. But it was just moments like, oh, I didn't know we were going to do shit like that. You know? And I think that's pretty cool.
I think that's a good aspect to
Yeah.
like just bring something
Yeah. And then
on
respect
each other.
of people names and
Yeah.
what they, because we don't know if people want to be announced or anything. Like my homie DJ Keith, like Hugh Keith, you know, he's taken out to the Hugh Hefner thing. That's what that's from. So that's why I keep saying that, because I had told y'all where we had went to and it was called the Hugh, and it was just weird. Like when I said it out loud, I was like, that sounds weird. But anyways, I'm gonna say DJ Keith for now. I'm gonna put his name right here. There we go. We're good. All right. So I'm oh yeah, and then I'm gonna put Preem name right here. You know what I'm saying? Right there. We're gonna put it right there. All right. So with that being said, you know, I realized though we do a great job. We do need to pay attention to the pace of things, and I think that
It's just really hard because like
I mean, we're shooting this shit
we like
too.
to
So
yeah.
and I know y'all like, oh, because I've heard, as far as like comments on us, I've heard that we are great. We're like professional. We do it so professional, and I think that
Yeah,
has
a lot
a
of
lot
people
to
say
do.
they're like, oh, it's so
Little do y'all know,
professional.
there's a lot of editing going on too. But I don't also disagree though. You know, I do think in some fashion our chemistry makes it look effortless, which people will perceive as being professional, as far as not being like, so what do you want to talk about? You know, and there's times I do just want to ask her that. But I know we have topics to cover.
Yeah.
And surprisingly, I'm not going to tell y'all what happened. It was supposed to be a 3-hour pod, but I'm not going to say that. But surprisingly, even with that, and that's what she meant by format, at least, not to speak for you, but when you had said the format, that's something we've been working on. I think we did a great job today because we've been paying attention on, like, when we bring a subject going, okay, let's look at the time. We know we need to press this one a little bit faster, or not too many opinions. Let's just get the story out. Like, if y'all had noticed on this one, there wasn't a lot of backstory for them, except like off of what I can remember, because I felt like the last pod we were doing a lot of like journalism, you know, and it's like,
which I think that's a good thing, but
I feel like we'll put it in our bag, but that's not us.
Yeah.
Yet, because I'm pretty sure, like your segment, of course, when you do the Reddit, that is journalism. That's pure journalism. I went to school for this shit, so I'm telling y'all, she may not know she's doing it because she may have not went to school for this, but she didn't go to school for this.
I definitely took journalism.
But I didn't know that. There you go. So take back that part where I said she didn't go to school for it, but she definitely knows journalism. Like, she has that down pat, you know, and that is that, you know. But I also realize our cadence, our flow of things are a little bit different, you know, and it works for us, you know. But we see, there you go. I'm doing the crushes, you know. But we were able to get through all of these topics, and that is kind of where we're heading towards. We didn't put all of the information under the topic because sometimes I think that may throw us off. I may throw like maybe 1 or 2, 3, maybe 3 facts about the topic, just in case like it's a topic I bring up, but you bring it up during the pod. That way, you know, and you didn't watch it, or if I didn't watch it, we'll be able to get to it, you know, and then give the opinions and let the person who really is in it like talk about it or whatever.
Which I think it brings like a good aspect of it. One person that's knowledgeable, and the other that isn't.
Yeah, I mean, technically that's the audience perspective. Like, there's some that's not gonna know, and there's some that is gonna know. So it's palatable for the entire audience. Like, they'll be like, "Oh, I don't get it either. Explain." And then there's other one like, "Ah, man, yeah, that did happen."
Yeah.
You know?
I can't wait for us to like actually have guests over to like have other voices to bounce off of each other.
No, we're definitely gonna do that ASAP.
Yeah. Someone might be coming next week.
Oh, next week? You're not gonna tell me?
You know.
Oh, because of the meet? Yeah. I didn't know she was coming to the meeting. I thought we was gonna call her on the phone. She's coming to the meeting.
She's coming to the meeting.
Little do y'all know, we got a meeting. I'm not going to tell y'all who, but not we as in me and Jazz. But Jazz is going to be there because she's forced to.
If they're open to talking about it, we can talk about it here.
Yeah, we'll talk about it if they're open. We will ask them, but that won't be next pod because, or it can be because it will be before the pod. So we'll ask them before the pod if we can do it on the pod.
Yeah.
And then we'll talk about it. But right
Yeah.
now, out of respect for my family, I don't want to tell y'all what we having a meeting for, but this is something new. I think
Yeah.
as families, you should be healthy. You should be able to talk to each other. So we do this, you
Yeah.
know. Now, the entire family, this is new,
Yeah.
you know. The cousins, which is like us, the generation, you know, and I know I say she's my best friend, but we might as well just call her my cousin too.
I'm part of the fam.
So, you know, we kind of always handle our shits, you know, our conversation. Like if we ever feel like, yo, we all need to get together real quick to at least either talk or just be around each other, we get it done. But the older people in our family, the aunties, our dads and moms, you know, like they need to go ahead and figure out like how can we meet more. That's all.
Yeah.
That's what I think is going to be about. Like I said, I'm not going to talk about it until I get the okay from everybody. It's not going to just be one person. I want the okay from everybody. But out of respect, I think
I
that
don't
would be
need to get into
dope.
the nitty gritty of it. But
But I think it'll be a dope conversation for us to have on here too, because I think a lot of people would learn from that, you know. And even me, like even if it's not productive, I'm still gonna learn something from it. You know, and y'all know me. I'm gonna give y'all the sauce.
Tea.
Look, the Rick Ross voice.
The
Sauce.
scalding hot tea.
The scalding hot tea. I don't even know who I'm impersonating or what accent this is.
It's okay.
But this was a good podcast.
Yeah, I have fun.
Yeah, let's do
As
something.
always.
I mean, we still got time, so let's do some weird shit, right? You got a game. You said last pod you had a game.
Had a game. Yeah, we'll do that next time.
Okay.
Honestly,
all
I have to tinkle.
right. You have to tinkle. Well, you can go ahead and tinkle out, or do you want to be here for the exit? Because I was gonna throw something out. I don't want to hold you.
If you have any other like shout outs or whatever, you can do that.
Okay, yeah, that's
While I
all
go?
it is. Yeah,
Okay, okay. Let's do that.
So I just want to go ahead and just give out all the shout outs to everybody that's been showing us true love. Like I said earlier in the pod, I want to shout out Hugh. Hey, engineer, let me get the big screen. Let me get the big screen, man. I gotta feel important, man. You know. There we go. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, hold on. Right here, tight. Scoot. Yeah. Oh, okay. Hey, this is what we here for. So I wanted to say, like, you know, shout out to everybody, like DJ Hugh, Keith, like my boy. And bro, I swear, if I'm saying your name wrong, bro, I love you, and I don't mean no disrespect. You know that, like, no, I'm saying it right. DJ Q Hefner. There we go. I have been saying it wrong the whole time. That's cool. It's gonna be. Wait, where we at? Bow, right there, and it's gonna stop right in the middle of the TV. I'm gonna throw that right here too, and that's gonna be twice because I already said that, and I'm still gonna put it in there. But I want to give you a shout out. I want to give a shout out to Preem, man. You know, this music stuff, man, is very, very important. And then too, I want to give a shout out to my homie, man. We want to give a shout out to Sincere. He got his clothing line. It's apparel. It's called Section 8 Graduate. I think it's time for us to really like put spotlights on each other. We deserve spotlights. You know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, tell me why I just figured out this is my camera, bro. At the end of the day, like we deserve to throw light on each other. We all work really hard. We've been doing this for like almost a decade now, like collectively. So, you know, shout out to Sincere. He's doing his thing. Shout out to Money Reg. Like, again, I'm not going to say everybody legal name, but I'm going to say what you can look up. Shout out to Money Reg, man. That's Money Bag 2 times. You know what I'm saying? Like, my boy, he out here. He's doing his music. He's in Texas, so he's giving that Chicago sound to a whole new state. And, you know, these are the people that also support us. And there wouldn't be no new podcast. There wouldn't be any new podcast if during my artist development stages, they weren't around, you know, because I would probably say I was a little bit more quiet and probably a little bit more intimidating. But if you knew me, you knew I was like what you see now. And the fact that I can bring this to y'all is because we all was together and we all decided we're going to do whatever it takes to get on. You know, so I wanted to throw a lot of shouts out to them, like I said, Sincere, Q Hefner, Preem. And Preem, I just met you, so I'm throwing you out there, man. And Also, give a shout out to Lou Gotti, Lou_Gotti. That's on IG. Like my man, he's doing the Afrobeat scene. You know, the dance hall scene, like killing it. And I don't even want to just say dance hall. Like I want to give him the full floor. And I haven't even played none of his music to you. You haven't met him. His name is Lou.
I can't wait.
I mean, you'll meet him. But when I tell you, like, he's the type of guy that also deserve a little bit more shine. Let's go ahead and give him a shout out, man. We're gonna give a shout out to Lou Gotti, and then we're gonna give a shout out to Shai Tulani. I went to high school with that boy. That's an African man that does African type music, but also keeps it to hip hop. So I don't know what genre we gonna say, but we gonna say Afro beats because out of ignorance. Like, man, he does good music, man. So shout out to him. Once again, we all went to. I met them, majority of them at HF, home with Flossmore. I went there for 2.5 years, and
I remember years ago watching videos of him with my fiance and his friends.
Who? Which one?
Shai Tulani.
Oh, Shai Tulani? Yeah. Like
years
him,
ago.
And he's very close to my. That's really how I got close to him.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And shout out to Alice. She's DJing. But when it comes to him, it took me a minute to really, because when you know back then, if you knew the person, you kind of showed shade. I don't think I showed him shade. I just think I didn't give him the attention he deserved. Mm-hmm. And then when I finally did that, whatever, I literally started deep diving into this brother. And finally I got a song with him too. I wasn't even going to mention it. I just came across. I have a song with him now. I haven't put it out yet. But you know, it made me appreciate him bringing the Afro sound that, you know, I think Afro beats, like the whole Tyler thing. Like, he was doing this before Tyler was out. Let's start there. But, like, the whole Afro beats is kind of watered down now where everybody can do it. But, you know, it's more so highlighting his culture. So, you know, not to give you more time than I gave anybody else on the shout-outs part, but I just want to give a shout-out to you, brother. I think what you're doing is great, and you should continue to do that.
Absolutely.
Do you have any shout-outs you want to give out?
Just shouts out to, like, all of our commenters that's been commenting on our videos. Yes. We got over like 100 views on our videos, which I think
did?
Yeah,
I ain't gonna hold
our latest video.
I've been keeping up with the analytics, but only to the last pod. Like, whatever pod I drop is the last pod I'm keeping up with. But you're right.
We got over 100 views, which I think is really impressive for someone that starting out.
And not advertising to nobody really.
So shout out to my cousin Zippy. Okay. He's my one of my first bestest friends ever.
Okay. Shout out Cuzzo.
He left a comment. I saw Heidi, Cecilia.
Oh yeah. Yo, shout out to the friends, bro.
Shout out to y'all.
Shout out to Casey. Shout out Casey. We love you, bro. We love you.
Shout out to my brothers. That's been supporting me. Shout out obviously to Brianna, my best friend, your cousin, for watching us. Shout out to Ellie. She's a new friend of mine. She's been watching our show.
I don't know Ellie.
Shout out to my mom, my mother,
Mama Dukes.
Love you.
Shout out to my mama too. I love you. We went to us. I'm sorry, I got to cut you off because you talk about your mama. Okay. Shout out to my mama too. I love you. She just had her first sermon at church, and I went and I played the guitar and I played the organ for her, and that was amazing. It was great. Okay. And she said that was going to be the first and last time she do it. After that one, I know she lying because that was awesome. You know?
I got to see that.
Yeah, I got pictures.
If it's recorded, I want to see it.
I don't have. Somebody might have.
Go ahead. Okay, shout out Mama Dukes.
Shout out Mama Dukes. Mama.
Yeah, just shout out to everybody that's been super supportive of us. That's been interested in what we had to say. This has just been fun.
Yes, it has.
It's been so much fun. Yes. Y'all are amazing. I'm so grateful. A lot of people ask me how you doing or whatever, and there's some things in my life I'm just it could be better, but I'm so grateful that I have so many amazing people in my life. I am wealthy. I am so wealthy when it comes to the support, the love that I have in my life.
People sold their time to you, and people sold their and I'm not saying sold, I'm saying sow
Yes.
their energy into you, and it shows his love.
Yeah.
And they showed that to me as well. So ultimately, we are very appreciative, and we're grateful for every last one of you, every comment, every negative comment, every positive comment, everybody that gave us ideas, everybody that think
everybody that like wants like a segment in the like.
Bro, okay, no, that's what I'm about to say. Everybody that keeps calling me and trying to talk to me like we're on a podcast. Stop it. Let's just start there. I don't want it.
I love it. Give me all the ideas.
Call her. Call her.
Me.
Don't call me. I ain't trying to hear none of that shit,
me.
bro. Like y'all
be
like
everybody on the pod.
Bro, okay, like one of this girl that I was talking to. I don't know if we're still talking to each other or not. But
you got 30 seconds.
30 seconds. Whatever the case is, she sat there, she tried to have a conversation, and I was just like, I see what you're doing here. No. But anyway.
Okay, yeah, if you're just trying to get in, when you get in, like, no.
Yeah, you can pay for that, though. But anyways, hey, we want to appreciate you guys. This is our episode number 4. Episode 4, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're on episode 4, and we appreciate y'all. Thank you, Envion Studio, for having us. And we're going to head end this. Shout out to, we got Spider right here.
Spider, your resident weirdo.
There you go, your resident weirdo. And then you got Shy News, a.k.a. Shy Nuisance, a.k.a. Nuisance, a.k.a. Shy New. And you knew what the fuck was up. Thank you for watching the new podcast.
I like that.